Week 53, Aaron Wade 54, Benjamin Holden 55, Nabucco Stowe 56, Caleb Hay 57, Todd Carbone in 60. Umpire Cronk's got the ball in the middle of the ground. We go through the lines list. Harwood in 2, Brent Staker, Todd Banfield, Jordan Lyle, Simon Black, the Brownlow medalist, Richard Newell, Michael Close, Jesse O'Brien, Niall McKeever, Nick Hayes, Jordan Burke, Sam Michael, Isaac Conway, Josh Stiller, Aidan Rutledge, Kane Tickner, Lachlan Dignan, Sam Gribble, Cameron Stevenson, Lewis Radford, Liam Dawson and Archie Smith as Umpire Cronk looks to get us underway here at Harrop Park. Bounce a little bit skew if he calls it back, Umpire Cronk. It's very hard in the middle of the ground today, gentlemen. There is a wicket here at Harrop Park. The curators have put in a lot of water into it, but as you can see by that bounce, if they go sideways, they're going a long way. As the umpire's up, ball spills out free. This is Black, the Brownlow medalist, as the Suns jump on top of him, and Umpire Cronk's going to ball this one up.
And unlucky not to get a free kick there, Simon Black. His customary in and under style. Sam Michael and Dan Gorringe, a really good match up in the ruck early, Craig.
Michael's in front, doesn't go in favour of anybody. The ball spills in, there's plenty of players around the footy. The ball spills out. Suns look to clear. This is Boston. Boston's held up, he's wrapped up well, spills out the back, hands come out wide. This is Sexton. Oh, he's caught from O'Brien. This is Hayes, plenty of time, looks up. The ball spills free again. Pretty scrappy footy early. Out it spills, Hayes there again. This is Shade, he wraps him up, he's tackled him well. Umpire Cronk looks like he's going to ball this one up. And Jack, as I said, just over 3,000 people here today to witness this game as the first NEAFL Anzac Day match.
Yeah, the crowd really building.
Michael wins the tap. This is Martin. Sexton looks out, caught up by Black. This is O'Brien, back from injury, on his left. Out of bounds on the full.
Probably worth a goal or two to the left of screen today with the breeze blowing probably more across the ground, but probably worth a goal or two to the left.
This is Sexton, takes the mark, is at half back. He looks up, not a lot of movement in front of him. Decides to chip it up the line. This is Hall, good defence from Burke. Michael, this is Boston, he's clever. Kicks up the wing. Niall McKeever, the Irishman, kicks down the line. Oh, out on the full, the umpire's caught. It looked like it might have been touched there, Stas, but wasn't the case. This is Jackson Allen.
It was always going to be tight, wasn't it? That little kick down the line with the wind coming across the ground. Jackson Allen now with a kick, looking inside, elects to go down the line, so goes long looking for Hall and Nichols, and up comes Hall with a really strong grab. Really strong grab in front of Jordan Burke. He plays on quickly, or is it being called back? No, play on's the call. Scrubby kick going forward. Picked up by
Gilby,
it looks like there, who snapped a really clever goal from the pocket. So a really good start by the Suns, pushing up into a breeze there. So a really good snap by Jacob Gilby.
Yeah, he's a good finisher, the Tasmanian. He's been with the list for a while, the Lions, Suns for a while now, and has a good classy finish. He generally starts in the middle, but looks like he's playing up forward on this particular occasion early in the first quarter. We've gone 3.5 minutes into the first quarter here at Harrop Park.
And what about Josh Hall's grab there, boys? I thought that was terrific. Coming out of half forward there. A lot of bodies around him, but just that athletic ability that Josh Hall's got to clear himself, jump at the contest, get his hands clear, and take a really nice clean mark in difficult marking conditions, I've got to say today, for the Talls.
Ball's back in the middle, umpire Nund. Good bounce. Michael Gorringe. Gorringe wins it down, that's Hayes. Had 33 possessions last week, goes inside 50. This is young Kane Tickner, the boy from Noosa, originally from Noosa, now at the Aspley. He kicks his first for the afternoon. Scrappy, quick kick out of the middle, got it forward, did enough, he's in the right position, and they kick the first goal for the Lions this afternoon.
Nick Hayes has been terrific, Craig, so far. A couple of clearances already, and just the benefit of that quick kick forward. And Kane Tickner, really smart, read it really well. The ball was always just going to clear the defenders, and he was able to be the beneficiary, running onto the ball and basically running into an open goal. So really smart play by Kane Tickner. Great clearance work by Nick Hayes.
I think that breeze is increasing here, guys. I think it's easily a 3 to 4 goal breeze now. Ball back in the middle. Michael Gorringe. Gorringe wins down to Martin. He's wrapped up. Tries to get it out. He does. O'Brien's in there. Flicks out. This is Black. Clever. Out wide to Sam Gribble. Chips over the top. He's got Stevenson. Good mark. He's 70 out from goal now. He looks up. Leeds have gone early. Gorringe has got back inside defensive 50 to help out. He looks inside. Kicks this is Staker. Great to see the two experienced players playing here today at Harrop Park. He looks up, kicks it long. This is Lyle. Good lead from Lyle. He's deep in the pocket, 35 metres out on the boundary line.
He did well there, Jordan Lyle. There was no space up the corridor, and he just had to find that little spot in the pocket. Not ideal spot for kicking a goal, but he has got the wind directly behind him here. So if ever there is a spot from the boundary line, this is probably it in terms of the preferred option.
Henry Shea's got the matchup on him, so he's got his hands full today.
Here's Lyle on approach, 40 metres out. He's kicked it well. Umpire's right behind it. That's a beautiful kick. Lyle gets his first for the afternoon. The Lions 2 straight 12 lead the Gold Coast Suns 1-6. And that's a beautiful finish from the ex-Hawthorn player in that Starcevic.
Well, you're right, Craig. I mean, he's the one that bobs up week after week and kicking bags of goals, Jordan Lyle. He's the one that looks above this competition in terms of putting his hand up for senior AFL footy. Really surprising he hasn't got a run already. But again, terrific lead. He presents really well, and really good patience then by Brent Staker to find him out in the open, where the Suns had the chance to block up their forward 50.
Gorringe and Michael. Gorringe wins it again, down to Gilby. He's moved into the middle now. This is Lonigan, back to Gorringe. This is Martin. Martin on the left, out to Sexton. He's got time now. Decides to take a bounce. Chips over the top. In front. Ball spills free. Suns quick hands out the back. This is Wade. He looks to dance. I think the umpire might have pinned him here for holding the ball. He has. Toddy Banfield kicks it long down the line. Plenty of carry on that footy with this breeze. Suns take the mark through Gilby.
It's been good, Gilby, so far. Craig, he's presented up well, kicked that nice goal early.
Good player. He's a very good player. Gilby's forced to kick it down the line, and that he does. Might be too close to the line. This is Hall in front again. He flies. Burke and Hall's going to be an interesting matchup today. So Hall, a rookie, and also Burke, both recently named in the NEAFL Northern Conference State squad. So an interesting battle here.
Okay, so ball up in the Suns forward 50 with Gorringe and Michael going at it. No one wins a clear tap out. The umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to Sam Michael. Should be
50.
Should be 50 metres. I was just going to say the ball was returned to him in inappropriate fashion. So Sam Michael will look to put the lines inside 50 again. He better go quickly while the numbers are not there. And he'll be looking for Jordan Lyle, I suspect. Umpire's pulled him up, so it's going to be a little bit slower getting in. Sam Michael now from about 70 metres out. Gets forward inside 50. Lots of Suns there. Unlucky not to get a free kick there was Osborne, I think it was, and the ball rolls out of bounds. About 45 metres out in the left forward pocket for the Brisbane Lions.
Yeah, he probably was a bit stiff there, Stars, not to get a free kick in Osborne. He's a good player with the Suns this year. Ball comes up. Once again, Michael taps it down, gets it to Dawson. Dawson flicks out. This is Staker. Staker bombs it high. Lots of fists there. Ball spills out again. It's Dawson, kicks in. Ball spilled out through shade. Kicks long. In front was McKeever. This is Nichols. He's wrapped up by McKeever. He's got to get the ball out here. The scrimmage. Players jump on top of the footy, and umpire Nunn's going to ball it up 70 metres from the Lions' goal.
A great effort there. They've seen the pack fly over there, but Jackson Allen got a little bit ginger, so we'll keep an eye on him. He's making his way off the field.
Good call, Jack. Ball spills out. This is Gilby again. Caught one high from O'Brien. He plays on. Kicks it wide. Into Gorringe again. Takes the mark. Flicks out the back. Kicks up. It's a good kick. He full Wade spills the ball. McKeever does well to scrimmage. He's holding it in though. He's got to clear it. Wade does well again to steal the ball back. We're close to the boundary line. And umpire Hall's going to throw it in 10 metres out from the Suns line.
Well, that was Aaron Wade from the Mackay City Hawks, who's a local boy, who's been brought in to top up today. Probably dropped what he should have taken, but butted up pretty well with the second effort there.
Umpire Hall throws it up. Lyle's moved into the ruck. Good crumbing there. I think it was out. No, it wasn't Allen. It was... Not sure who it was. Spills that's Harwood. He's been dropped this week. Moved back into the NEAFL team. Flew up this morning with the scrimmage. Umpire Hall's pulled one out here. High contact on Newell. Newell flicks it out. This is Hayes. He kicks long. Finds this Stevenson in pursuit of the footy. Good hands off the deck. O'Brien's got it now. He dances, goes back. Handball over the top to O'Brien again. The old 1-2, kicks inside. Newell again. This is Harwood off the half-back flank. Dashes through the middle in pursuit. Good from Gorringe, the big fella. That's close. Ball's really not going anywhere. Hit scrappy footy early at Harrop Park. Ball spills out. Gorringe can't cleanly take hold of it. Good contest. Once again, the hands flick out the back. Hayes, he's got time to clear now, and they should. O'Brien kicks it long. Not a good kick, though. And that's Martin who sees it over the line. And we've gone 11 minutes into the first quarter here, Jack Barry.
Yeah, look, the line's leading 2 straight, 12-1-6, and it's just been a good tight contest, and just trying to get on top of the skill level, but it's a bit windy out there.
Great hit out there by Nichols, jumping up and clearing, and the kick from looked like Jesse Lonigan there has just put it out in the full, which is hard to do against the breeze on that side of the ground, I might add, and a free kick out there to Lockie Dynan by the looks. So the Lions will go, he goes short, goes looking for Archie Smith, who's a basketballer who's new to the game, plays on quickly. Lions chipping it around sideways at the moment. Across to Jordan Burke, who spills the mark at centre half back, butters up well there, gets it to Harwood. Harwood now, hand pass over towards McKeever. McKeever goes forward, looking for Stiller out there on the flank for the Lions. Scrappy play again, well done, good contest there by the Suns. Black finds it, goes inside with his left foot and finds the very busy Nick Hayes. Hayes now going inside looking for Lyle and finds him. On the lead again, Jordan Lyle presenting really well up the ground, looking like a really dangerous forward early in the game here.
And Hayes had a fantastic game last week. He's a rookie from South Australia, and he had 33 touches in the midfield last week, and he's started the game where he left off last week. This is Lyle. He's 30 metres out, one already on the board for him. He approaches, very deliberate in his approach. Similar spot to his last shot. It's a beautiful kick. I think he slotted it. He likes it. So that's Lyle's second here for the afternoon. 3 straight 18. The Brisbane Lions lead the Gold Coast Suns 1 goal, 6 points. And we've gone 13 minutes into the first quarter.
Well, they've probably gone inside 50, 5 times maybe so far, the Lions, Jack, for 3 goals, which is a great efficiency rate in terms of going forward. But Jordan Lyle looking really dangerous, Jack.
Oh, he is, and look, he's certainly a great player at this level. I know he's wanting to cement himself at the higher level, but his last 2 years have been outstanding. And very good play from Black under pressure, but just uses so smart.
He was just cool, wasn't he? When there was frantic out on that flank, he was the one that slowed things down and found Nick Hayes.
This is Archie Smith and Tom Nichols. Ball spills out. Forward to the Suns. They do well. Jump on the footy. Ball flicks out the back. I think this is Allen. Wrapped up by the Lions. They're aggressive in their tackle today, the Brisbane Lions. Trying to send a clear message to these young Gold Coast Suns players. Umpire Hall comes in to ball it up, asking the ruckman to separate. Throws it up. Nichols wins the tap. It's down to Lonigan. Kicks inside 50. Out the ball spills free. So O'Brien, he flicks, good hands, looks for Black. Black fumbles, ball spills out the back. Dick Dynan, once again, clears out. This is Conway. Impressive game last week. This is Hayes again, he keeps finding it. Inside to Stevenson. Stevenson looks up, chips over the top. Close held there by Osborne. So Michael Close is going to have a set shot here from 40 metres out. As we said, there's a strong breeze favouring the Brisbane Lions. Probably a 4-goal breeze.
Just that pressure coming off half back is probably early days, I know, in the game, but the Suns are just probably not pressuring enough across half forward for them in terms of the rebound of the Lions half backs, and consequently it's getting into that forward 50 a little bit too easy.
Close is going to have to kick this 45 metres. Distance shouldn't worry him. It's a beautiful kick off the boot. And it's pushed it across to the left-hand side. So 3-1-19, the Brisbane Lions lead the Gold Coast Suns 1 straight goal. And we've gone 15 minutes into the first quarter.
So kicking in will be Lee Osborne for the Suns. Breeze coming towards us on this side of the ground. He's looking to play on as he does to himself, and he'll come out the grandstand side of the ground with a long kick out right in front of the commentary position. Lyle went up, Gorringe gathered the ball, got it to Nichols, inside to Stowe from Mackay. His handball to no one in particular. Jordan Burke mops up. Got it across to, who have we got here now? McKeever. McKeever gets the ball back inside, and the Lions look to switch direction to the other side of the ground.
Gribble looks up, kicks inside, finds that man again, Smith. He's been impressive early, flew up this morning as a late inclusion. Rutledge, he's got the ball, looks in, it's O'Brien, gets a kick inside, it's Scrappy, can he get in front? Good punch from Shade, but Lyle is quick to recover. Tackled, wrapped up there by Boston. Ball spills out wide. Sorry, it wasn't Boston. This is Lonigan. He's going to receive. He has Boston over the top. Chooses to use him. The old 1-2. Handball's back. Good pressure here though. Gorringe did enough to keep him away. This is Nichols. Nichols dances around. Gorringe again. The two big fellas combine well. This is Wade. He's been busy early. 21-year-old. It's 50 metres here, I think it is. Staker. You didn't hear him, and Wade, this should be a formality. He's going to go within 20 metres here if umpire Cronk's got it right. And he's going to register his first major. He's taking him right to the goal square. So that's probably one where Staker, back from injury, didn't hear the call, and it's cost him 50 metres.
And a little cheer from the Harrop Park Social Club there, because this is Aaron Wade's home ground with the Mackay City Hawks.
Wade comes in and kicks his first. So that's the second for the afternoon for the Gold Coast Suns. 3-1-19, the Brisbane Lions lead the Suns by 7 points, 2 straight goals, 12. Jack Barry, we've gone 17 minutes into the first quarter. It's been an entertaining start.
It has, and look, young Wade will be absolutely wrapped with that in front of his home crowd on a very special day. As you said earlier on, he's dropped that mark a little bit early, but was quick enough to butter up, and that'll really give his confidence a red-hot go for the rest of the day.
So he's a Mackay City Hawks player, Stars, and 21 years of age, and he's won, I think, a couple of league medals. Is that right?
He has, and he's been the most prominent player in the representative games between the regions. Last year he won the award in a couple of games, one against Capricornia and one against Townsville. So he's been a very, very prominent player for a couple of years now.
Gorringe and Michael, Black held on to. So Taylor had hold of Black. Black plays on as he does onto that beautiful left foot, kicks inside. Nothing less from the Brownlow medalist. Finds Lyle 40 metres out, and that's what you would expect from somebody who's played 300 AFL games.
That was magnificent. I've just watched Blackie there kick the ball inside 50, absolutely lace out to Jordan Lyle, and then takes himself off the ground. Just says, that's enough, thank you. It's over to you now, Jordan, to finish off for me. But, that's the quality of Simon Black.
It's a big ask for young Darcy Trask. He's a top-up player, and Lyle's one of the leading goal kickers in the competition and an experienced player. So it's a big ask, but a good learning experience too for him at the same time. Lyle from 45, kicks it, sits it up in this breeze, should come back, and it does. They like it. So Lyle's got his third for the quarter. The Brisbane Lions at 4-1-25, leading the Gold Coast Suns 2 straight 12, and we've gone 18 minutes into the first.
Well, he's been dominant, hasn't he? It's really, really puzzling. I mean, let's pump him up here and get him in the senior team, because he's been a really good player for the best part of the back half of last season, Craig, and probably early this season. So let's just hope Jordan Lyle finds his way into the senior team for the Lions.
But having a delivery like that from Simon Black, I think it's going to make any of us look good.
Yeah, it comes in handy, Jack. That was, pretty nice, wasn't it?
The seafood platter on the tray.
Silver service.
Pye Cronk calls play on. Michael probably wins the tap there. Got the better of Nichols. The ball spills out. This is O'Brien. He's been lively early. Tries to take him on. That's holding the ball, son. Umpire Cronk's right on the money there. Nichols, good tackle from the big fella. So Coach Sean Hart to be happy with his early form. Kicks it long. This is Hall. Oh, hold on. There's a holding decision. Umpire Nundas found a holding decision about 35 metres out on Gorringe, I think it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, Niall McKeever had hold of him off the ball, Craig, a long way off the ball, I've got to say, 50 metres or so. And it looks like Daniel Gorringe will have a shot from about 25 metres out.
So with 3 umpires in the modern game, Stars, I can really, it's just unexplainable. It's a coach killer.
You're crazy if you're a defender holding, aren't you?
Gorringe comes in, and he looks like he likes it. He's kicked it. So the Suns get their third for the afternoon. 4-1-25, the Brisbane Lions lead the Gold Coast Suns 3 straight goals, 18. And we're 20 minutes into the first quarter.
Well, Jack, you'd reckon, it's worth a goal or two, you would have thought, to the left of screen here, the way the Lions are kicking. So the Suns are doing really well to hang in there.
Exactly right. They look dominant especially the last probably 10 minutes. They've looked pretty dominant, the Lions. But at the end of the day, the Suns have made the most of their opportunities when they've gone forward, and it's a tight ball game still. They'll be very happy with that.
Tom Nichols is the one that's impressed me so far, guys, in the ruck and just his around the ground movement and getting into the right spots, and really good ball use there out to Josh Hall before the free kick was called.
Back in the middle. Nichols, Michael, no one wins that one. Gorringe gets a quick kick, smothered though off the boot. Sexton in pursuit. This is Newell in the back by Martin. So Newell, the left footer, New South Wales scholarship boy, now on their list. Looks inside, beautiful long kick to that man
kick
again, to Lyle.
That's a great kick.
So Lyle is marked at 35 metres out. Beautiful kick, as Craig Starcevich called, from Richard Newell. If you give this man space, he finds it every time, and as we know, he's a beautiful kick for a goal, and he's lining up for his fourth, Jack.
Yeah, look, he's a great player to watch. This will be a tougher one, probably his toughest one for the day, but Bustle in his pocket here.
Right-hand goalpost, Jack?
Yeah, no, sure. You've kicked a few, you'd know.
Lyle, deliberate in his approach, kicks it. He's put it to that right goalpost. Has he got the legs? The wind hasn't got it, though. One behind. Brisbane Lions 4-2-26 lead the Gold Coast Suns 3 straight 18. 21 minutes have gone into the first quarter here at Harrop Park. This is Jackson Allen with the ball.
Jackson Allen plays onto himself and will come down the commentary side again, and has really let it slide off the side of the boot and coughed the ball up in the left full forward area for the Suns, but obviously because he played onto himself and then put the ball out of bounds, it wasn't a free kick as I thought it might have been.
See who was kicking to then, Stars.
Yeah, it was a bit of a mystery.
Is that man again?
That's O'Brien.
O'Brien. He's had it on a string early, back from serious hip flexor injury, so it's good to see him back out on the park. He's very talented, and he's on fire early in this first term.
Oh, you read that ball off the pack there, fantastic.
Now, let's have a look what Jackson Allen does here, guys. After last time, I'd be going a long one, as he does. He goes long, right out to the back edge of the 50 there. Flying up was Nichols again, picked up by Banfield. Black with really quick hands to Hayes, who's been terrific, who goes inside, looking for Richard Newell. Ball spills out, gives it back towards a couple of Lions players, back to Hayes again. And Lonigan again, who's been really busy, towards Harwood, who flies with one hand there. Mopping up was Nichols, who goes out to the far side of the ground.
Ball in the middle here, plays in pursuit, it's slippery in the middle. This is Gorringe, out to Gilby, takes a bounce, dashing, runs towards 50 from 45, over the top of it, and he's pushed it across the right-hand side. It could have been a fantastic NEAFL TV goal of the day. It wasn't to be. Lions kick it in quickly. Ball spills out 50 metres from the Suns line, spins around. This is Gribble, he's got the ball, Dynan. This is Hayes, he's been busy early, kicks inside, finds a Brownlow medalist in black. Off to Banfield, he's got plenty of toe, he decides to take him on. Looks inside, here's Lyle, Shade, Lyle again, over the back. Shade just got caught watching the footy a bit, and Lyle slipped him and gave him a little nudge, and he's taken the mark out 15, and this should be his fourth for the first quarter, Jack. Yeah, that was a strong mark. He used his body well. End-to-end footy. The Suns would be just disappointed they didn't put that one away, and especially the young bloke who missed, but the Lions are going to make him pay here by the looks.
That's the difference, isn't it, Jack? Jacob Gilby then probably could have had another bounce and made a certainty of it, and it comes back the other way, but Jordan Lyle read it beautifully then. The ball was always going to carry, little nudge to Shade, and takes a chest mark. Lyle
comes in from 15 metres. He's made the umpire work, but he's slotted his fourth for the quarter. So the Brisbane Lions 5-3-33 lead the Gold Coast Suns 3-1-19. We've gone 24 minutes here at Harrop Park on NEAFL TV. Thanks for joining us. Joined by Jack Barry and Craig Starcevich. And gents, it's been an entertaining first term.
It has, Craig. Dominated by Jordan Lyle up forward, who's really having a day out so far. He's just read the play really well. When he's presented beautifully up the ground to the ball carrier, but on that occasion, that was the one where he just had to nudge his opponent under the flight of the footy, read it really well, took an easy chest mark and finished off. But he's been super impressive. The scary thing for the Suns is Simon Black's starting to find it.
Yep, umpire Cronk calls it back. Now, last week Tommy Lynch kicked 5 in the second quarter against Redlands. Could we see a Jordan Lyle? Now, he's elevated for the Suns senior list this week. Could we see Lyle kick 5 and potentially be in frame for senior selection next week? Michael wins the tap down. This is Lonigan in pursuit. Quick hands out, tries to find Boston. Hayes cuts it off. Banfield, he kicks inside. This is Stevenson. It's a good, strong mark from the little fella. The top-up play, kicks inside to that man again. It's Lyle, gets the early contact in the back though. Good call from umpire Hall. Lyle just gave a nudge out to Clay Cameron.
And the Suns have made a change down there, Craig, by swinging Cameron onto the dangerous Jordan Lyle, and Henry Shade is just off for a little spell at the moment.
Suns clear. Good free kick. Free kick though by Allen's in front on his left. It's a poor kick. Kicks up forward. Handballs off. This is Lonigan. He slips over. It's a high contact though. Lonigan looks inside. Holden's been lively up forward. He looks for Hall. He's a jumping jack. He had his hands on it though. It's Burke again. Clears out. This is McKeever. Wrapped up. Holding the ball, says umpire Cronk. So a good tackle there from Caleb Hay.
Big Caleb Hay from the Northern Rivers. So terrific tackle. He's in the State 18 squad at the moment, is big Caleb.
Too far out to score into this stiff breeze, so he just sits it up. Plenty of numbers. Nichols flies. The Lions spill through. It's Harwood. He's going to clear. Looks up. The Lions have got control of the footy again. Looks up for the kick. Tickner gets the free kick. Play on, says the umpire. Kick inside. This is Dawson. Dawson tries to get over the top of... Oh, in the back, surely, umpire. No, it's not. Play on. Allen in pursuit. This is Dawson. Flicks out to Boston. The Suns should clear. He's generally a good user of the footy. I don't think it's going to hit his target. It does. It's 70 metres out over the boundary line. And Jack, he's usually a better finisher than that Boston. He probably had a bit more time than he first thought.
I think so, yeah. Just sprayed it off the side there. Great hands by Black in the back pocket. And the good thing for the Lions supporters is he is right in the forward pocket here, so the work rate's there. Okay, so Nichols and Michael now go at it. Just outside the forward 50 for the Lions. Picked up in close again by who we got there? O'Brien again, who's been really busy.
He's been pinged for holding the ball.
And for his troubles, he's been pinged for holding the ball.
This is Lonigan. Tasmanian kicks up. Ball spilled there by Trask. Banfield just goes in and says, "You do that too often, mate.
Gotta do that a bit better, son."
Yeah, you do. You'll learn from that. Michael and Nichols are two ruckmen. Nichols wins the tap. Down to Chadwick. He looks on his left, kicks it up. Here's Hall. Ball spills out again. Here's Wade again. As we said, he's been lively early. 21-year-old kicks inside. Gorringe.
Hay, I think it is, Craig, down there. Big Caleb Hay.
Caleb Hay. Very similar looking. Big frame.
That chain of possession there, you had Brandon Chadwick at the clearance here, who's a Rockhampton Suns Academy player. Fantastic clearance, who got the ball forward. And Aaron Wade, who the local Mackay boy, who's been really prominent early, got the quick kick forward to Caleb Hay. So three top-up boys involved in that passage of play.
Hay approaches his 40 metres out. Interesting kick off the side. There's the siren in the first quarter here at Harrop Park. The Brisbane Lions 5-3-33 leading the Gold Coast Suns 3-2-20. And Jetsets with an entertaining first quarter. The goal kickers, Jordan Lyle kicked 4 in the first quarter and Kane Tickner kicked 1. For the Gold Coast Suns, Jacob Gilby with 1, Daniel Gorringe with 1 and Aaron Wade. So thanks for joining us this first quarter. We'll be back with the second quarter action. Welcome back to Harrop Park. Score at quarter time, 5-3-33, the Brisbane Lions leading the Gold Coast Suns 3-2-20. Joined here, Craig Miller here, joined here with Craig Starcevich and Jack Barry as umpire Hall in the middle of the ground looks to start us underway. Tom Nichols, Sam Michael, two ruckmen battling well in the first quarter. Good bounce from Hall. Once again, Nichols wins the tap. Holding on though, it's going to be, it's Martin who was held. So Martin with a free kick, Western Australian.
He was quite early, Craig.
He was. He's a good talent though. Kicks long inside 50. Harwood gets the punch on Gilby. Ball spills out. Gorringe in pursuit. Agile for a big fella. but Newell pushes him in the side. Oh no, umpire Nunn said I think in the back. I think he's pushed him in the back there, so it's quite silly play there from Richard Newell. Gorringe has got the ball 40 metres out, deep in the pocket. Breeze will favour him. It's pushing to the western side, so it's coming back in towards your screen if you're to visualise it at home. Gorringe. Umpire Nunn calls into play on. It's a good kick off the boot. He's kicked it. He's kicked it, the big fella, so Gorringe gets his first for the afternoon. The Gold Coast Suns get their fourth. Brisbane Lions 5-3-33 lead the Gold Coast Suns 4-2-26. And Jack, that's a beautiful kick from the big fella.
Oh, great goal. I was just wondering, the ball went in there, how they're going to manufacture their goals. He's not a dominant forward, but that was great.
I reckon that's his
That's his second.
too, guys.
Second, I apologise there for our viewers at home.
That's the spot, isn't it? That pocket over there. Jordan Lyle bagged a couple of really nice ones in the first quarter there. So you've got the wind directly behind you on that flank or in that pocket, and Dan Gorringe got that dubious free kick and finished off with a nice goal.
Nichols, Michael again works hard. This is Black. Ball spills out, scrappy play. Martin dives in. Loves this situation.
Now Jack Martin, Craig, already is playing with a little bit more intensity than what we saw in the first quarter. So obviously Sean Hart's had a few
Got a
words,
rocket at quarter time.
and away he goes.
Ball spills out, Staker. Conway's in there. Ball spills out, Taylor. In pursuit. This is Staker again. Does well, the big fella. Pushes his way through. Umpire.
One too many, Craig.
He's on the money there. He tried to take him on. He was wrapped up by Todd Carbone. So the young top-up player. Good young tackle. A good tackle from the young fella.
Local Mackay boy as well, Craig.
Kicks inside. Gilby in front. Oh, Harwood comes from behind. I think he's going to pay the mark. Umpire Hall. It was a high contact.
It's a good call. Yeah, he got the Dukes around it, mate. It was a clean grab, and just late was Ryan Harwood just getting his fist in there, but Jacob Gilby had plenty of it, and will go back from about 30 metres out, Jack.
Lining up for his second goal.
Yeah, he'd really want to. If he can put this one through, it's amazing. They're only a point behind, so it's been a good start from the Suns.
Gilby, 35 metres out by the time he has the shot. Very deliberate at that right-hand post. He's kicked it straight over the goal umpire's hat. And the Suns draw back to within a point. It's the Brisbane Lions 5-3-33 lead the Gold Coast Suns 5-2-32. And as we called earlier in the viewing, it's the wind is blowing left of screen for our viewers at home. It's quite a strong breeze, probably a 4-goal breeze. There's a storm brewing off the coast here. We hope it doesn't get here until after the game, but
You put the moz on it straight away, Craig.
I think I have.
So we'll keep it away. We'll keep blowing that way. Just watching Nick Hayes now just going to Jack Martin. He's been influential already this quarter, Jack Martin, with a couple of little bits and pieces around the stoppages. So ball up in the middle of the ground. Michael again, poor bounce, and the umpire will bring it back and have another go. Tom
Really like the look of Hayes in the first quarter, so this should be a good matchup.
So Tom Nichols again, the ball will be thrown up this time. Big Sam Michael from Cairns. Nichols gets up, palms it down with his right hand, straight to Newell. He gets it to Hayes, who's caught by Martin, who's found a new lease of life. Play on quickly, gets it out to Allen, who gets caught. He goes back inside Boston now to mop up, gets it to Allen. Jackson Allen goes forward looking for Gorringe, but Noel McKeever gets his fist in, and the ball runs out of bounds in the left forward pocket for the Suns.
I think it'd be fair to say that there's no doubt that these academies are working starts, because a lot of these academy kids out there today don't look out of place, and that's a fantastic sign for the development of those academies.
That's what we're after.
Ball spills out, Staker, good hands to Michael, Michael to Black, Black out wide, this is in Rutledge. Burke kicks over the top, this is Newell, quick hands by the Lions to get out of trouble. Black out wide to Rutledge again, kick short. Stevenson, he's been good early, Stevenson, he kicks long, tries to go inside 50, Lyle caught behind, Nichols there to clean up, Boston in pursuit. The Lions do it well, out the back to Banfield. Stevenson again, nice chip over the top, find, I think it's
Jordan Burke.
Is he going forward? That's not Burke.
Could be Kane Tickner.
It's Kane Tickner, it is. It is, Stars. It's Kane Tickner, the boy from Noosa, now down at the Aspley Hornets.
But Stevenson there, as you've mentioned, Craig, has been terrific. He's got really good foot skills going forward. and was really good overhead here in the first quarter, but he's been very, very lively.
He's going to take a big kick here from Kane Tickney. He's going to kick this every bit of 50 odd metres. He comes in just inside the square, strikes it well. It's not going to have the legs though. The back flies. It's that man again.
Guess who?
Lyle. Jordan Lyle takes the mark in the goal square. He's going to kick his 5th.
It was always going to drop short, wasn't it? So it's a matter of timing a leap at the pack, and Jordan Lyle was really smart, just saved his run for the last minute, got a really good jump at the pack, strong hands, no one really around him with the defensive strength to go with him.
Jordan Lyle comes in, his 5th goal, and he slots it. So we've gone 6 minutes into the second quarter. The Brisbane Lions get their 6th goal for the afternoon. 6-3-39 lead the Gold Coast Suns 5-2-32. Lyle kicks his 5th goal.
And that's a hell of a headache for Sean Hart, Jack Barry, in terms of finding a matchup for him, because you've got Jordan Lyle there with a big, strong, more mature body, and he's had Henry Shea, and I think he's now got Clay Cameron going with him. So really difficult to find a matchup.
Yeah, and it is, and the defensive coaches would be disappointed that it had such a clear run and jump at that, so deep in the forward. So yeah, that's going to hurt him a bit, but we'll keep plugging away.
Okay, so we're waiting for the ball to come back to the middle of the ground. We might have had a Mackay local take off with a souvenir, Craig, which you won't be happy about.
No,
so
you have to replace that one.
You know, footies aren't cheap to come by these days. But just talking about Jordan Lyle again there, Jack, he's the type of player the Lions seniors could, really look at investing some time in. When you've got Jonathan Brown in the form that he's in at the moment, you'd probably look at giving Lyle more of a taste.
You think so? I watched some of his NEAFL games last year, and he was very impressive in some of his games. So he'll just want, he'd love to say, we're going to play for the next 11 weeks and see what you got. I think probably needs some sort of consistency like that to see how can he crack that next level.
As you said though, Jack, for him to have that run at the footy, I mean that's Sean Hart's worst nightmare, to have a clear run at that. Someone should have been trying to hold him out, and be very disappointed. So he's kicked his 5th.
All right, so finally the ball back in the middle with umpire Hall, who bounces well. Up comes Michael, but Nichols again has been really impressive. Boston gets it out of the middle with the clearance, going up towards Wade, who contests well. Gorringe and McKeever going after it now, a little nudge in the back, and Niall McKeever's been taken high, which is a terrific call by the umpire in that situation. Gives it to Harwood, who comes across the ground. One bounce, almost gets tackled. Fending off, he's taken high, but advantage called. Burke now goes forward, and he finds
Dawson. Dawson's got the ball. He's 60 metres out from the Suns line, kicks it long up the wing. Might have a bit too much on it though, and it does. And it's out of bounds on the full.
That's the tricky one, Craig, with the wind blowing this side of the ground. The young Liam Dawson just didn't allow enough there. And again,
probably not knowing the local conditions quite well enough in that particular instance.
No, you wouldn't have thought. But
Tommy Nichols, he looks up, chips it over the top. Taylor there, Newell, the ball spills out. We've gone 8.5 minutes into this second quarter here at Harrop Park in the Anzac Day clash, the first Anzac Day game in the NEAFL competition.
Boundary throw in, Gorringe and Michael, neither get near the ball. Nichols now though gets involved. On the ground is Boston, who tries to clear. He gets wrapped up, Michael gets his hands clear, throws it out, and is picked up by umpire Hall, who was blindsided but still managed to see Sam Michael basketball throw it out of the pack there.
But Taylor's got the footy. He's too far out to score despite this strong breeze blowing left of screen. Taylor, captain today for the Suns, kicks it long. His numbers fly. Hall flies early. Burke does well. This is Gorringe. Quick hands over the top. The Suns do work it well here. Sexton wrapped up. Couldn't quite get the kick away. Spills out the back. This is... it was Lonigan. Lonigan on his left foot kicks the Suns' 6th goal for the afternoon. Draws back within 1 point. The Brisbane Lions 6-3-39 lead the Gold Coast Suns 6-2-38. 10 minutes gone into the second quarter, and that's a good finish from Lonigan, Jack.
It was a great little goal, under pressure, plenty of traffic around him, but he steadied and quick snap, and that's a good goal. And I was just thinking before, I would like to see Sexton started off really well his first 3 or 4 minutes, but he's sort of gone out of the game, so they need players like him to get on top right now.
Just looking at their forward setup down there, guys, Josh Hall's the one that looks dangerous in the air. Hasn't quite got his hands to him, but I would be looking, if I was Sean Hart, at making a little bit more space down there for Josh Hall. I know you've got some of the taller academy boys behind him, but really Josh Hall's the linchpin down there to go through on the way forward. But it looks a little bit congested.
Ball back in the middle with umpire Cronk. This is Archie Smith up against Gorringe. Ball goes up, spills out, no one gets the advantage. Out the back, Banfield. This is Gilby, he's been good. Wrapped up by Conway. Ball spills out. This is O'Brien. He's also been lively early. Ball kicked up to Tickner. He gets the hands out. This is Stevenson. He's been good. Flicked away. Wrapped up. Umpire Cronk says holding the ball, young Cameron.
And it's Josh Chiswell with the free kick there, who's also a Mackay boy topping up. So another little cheer from the Harrop Park Country Club down there, Craig.
It's great to see Chiswell. Kicks it up long. This is Trask. He drops it what he should have taken. Out the back to Hayes. Here's Conway. The lines link well. This is Harwood. Out to McKeever. He's a left footer. Likes to get on that side. Conway again. Not going far forward, but just getting a bit of space. Is Hayes. They got the numbers now, the lines. Hayes, good early, quite early in the second quarter though, and that's Allen. He mops up across half back.
Just read it really well, Jackson Allen. Just chipped in across there. He switches to the other side of the ground. He's a great kick of the footy. He's gone across the ground there looking for a Suns player, gets wrapped up by a Lions player right at the top of the goal square there, right in front. Umpire looking.
He is.
He is in strife. So free kick against the Suns there, so Lions will clear right in the teeth of goal. Or is it going the other way? Which way is it going? So the Suns will clear. Free kick going to Shade by the looks of things down there for the Suns.
A little bit of luck there. That was the skill area there. We're dropping the ball deep in their goal square, but lucky they got away with it.
Good mark from Rutledge. He's 50 metres out, kicks inside. This is New. He's a left footer. Oh, it might be 50. It was encroaching the 5 metre. Umpire Cronk was right there, and that's 50 metres. So Richard Newell should be taken right to the square, and he's going to slot this one through and be the 7th for the afternoon for the Lions.
So who infringed there? Was that Dan Gorringe by the looks of things? Is that who's walking across? I think it was. The ruckman was too close. No one on the mark. Richard Newell strolls in the goal and kicks the Lions 7th. So he's now one of 3 goal kickers for the Lions. Of course, Jordan Lyle with 5, Kane Tickner with 1, and now Richard Newell gets amongst the goals. And the Lions kick ahead again, but they're kicking into a stronger breeze. I reckon it's picked up since the first quarter, Jack.
If they can just chop off those little basic errors, that little running in close into that, to give away that free kick there, would have hurt them. But just a couple of little things that they can tidy up because they're right in the ball game with this quarter.
Back in the middle, the Lions 7-3-45 leave the Suns 6-2-38. Umpire Nund in the middle. Sam Michael and Tom Nichols doing battle in the ruck. It's been interesting. Gorringe, he's around there too. Ball spills out. This is Newell on his right, kicks inside, out in front. Ball spills free for the Lions. They're there to Crumb. Stevenson's there, gets one in the back.
He's there again, that fella, isn't he?
He is. Out to O'Brien. He's been good. Dances around. Oh, he's caught. He's in trouble here. The Suns wrap him up, gets the hands out. Flicks over the back. Here's O'Brien again. A ball magnet today. He kicks it up to a pack. I think it might be out in the full. It's not. Touched off the hands. And we're deep inside Lions territory. Gone 14 minutes into the second quarter here at Harrop Park in the Anzac Day clash. There's a free kick here off the ball. Umpire Nunn's pulled something out. He has. And Richard Newell, I think, has got the free kick here. He has. I'm not sure what it was for, Stas. Did you pick that one up?
I didn't see that one, Craig, but a nice little purple patch here for Richard Newell, who will line up for his second goal within a minute. And he also had a clearance there too after his first goal. So Richard Newell is going to kick from about 30 metres out, kicking into the teeth of about a 3-goal breeze. He lines up, kicking to the southern end of the ground. As he brought it back enough, he has. He's allowed for it beautifully. So a great finish there by Richard Newell, who's had a busy couple of minutes, and he extends the Lions' lead right out now to 13 points. They're 8-3-51, leading the Suns 6-2-38.
We've gone 15 minutes into the second quarter here at Harrop Park, in this beautiful precinct here in Mackay. Outstanding, over 3,000 people here today witnessing this historic event for the NEAFL competition, in being the first Anzac Day game. And Jack Barry, from a coaching and volunteer management perspective, it's at its best here today.
Oh, it certainly is. And, the coaches early, the masterclass last night. It's a real great initiative.
Umpire Hall in the middle, bounce another free kick. It's a centre square infringement here against the Gold Coast Suns, so that's another coach killer of Sean Hart. Sam Michael, he's his position he's going to get today. Jesse O'Brien out the back, on his left. This is Newell again, that man. He's had a real purple patch in his second quarter. Flicks out the back. It's a poor handball though. Probably going to follow this up. It's Martin in there. He flicks it out. Good hands by the Suns. They look to clear through Nichols. He's there. Oh, the Lions do it well. Harwood Martin. He's lightning quick. Gets the kick away though. This is Gilby. Gilby over the top. He kicks it long. It runs into the squares. It got the legs. McKeever should get back, and he does. In the nick of time, Niall McKeever, the Irishman, pushes it through. Another point. 6-4-39, 6-4-40, 8-3-51 the Lions.
McKeever plays on quickly to himself, and the Lions bring it out of their defensive 50. McKeever again getting involved. Staker now, hand pass out to Harwood, who can't get a handle on it. He dodges and weaves and goes backwards in the end. Going forward now, the Lions, still under pressure from the Suns, eventually go forward, up towards half forward. And a great mark there to Staker, who turns and goes inside quickly to the forward 50. Up goes Dawson, who drops the mark. Mopped up by the Suns. They'll come out the Harrop Park side of the ground, kicking the ball out in front. It looks like Burker gets tripped up, and Josh Hall, who gives away the free kick. Pretty unlucky there.
A bit stiff there, I reckon.
He was. Burke goes inside, finds the very busy Sam and hard-working Sam Michael, who goes back inside again and finds Brent Staker.
Staker with a footy. 17 minutes gone in the second term. Chips over the top. He finds Gribble. He's been good, Gribble. As we said earlier, the top-up players today have been excellent for both sides. He kicks out wide. This is Burke. Morningside player. Kicks inside. Finds that man again. Gribble over the top. Cut off, though, by the Suns. Keeps it in, does well, ducks around. He's wrapped up though, tried to take him on, was Holden, and he's caught holding the footy. They play on, Gribble again, kicks up to Sam Michael. Umpire Hall says play on. Ball spills out, Stevenson in there again, spills over the line. We're going to have a boundary throw in here. Jack Barry about 80 metres out from the Lions line.
The wind certainly picked up, so it's going to be difficult to get the ball inside their 50 from there. So that the way the Lions have been chipping it around, looking for an entry.
Ball thrown in, Michael and Nichols again. Nichols with yet another hit out. They go backwards to the Suns. Chiswell goes forward with his left foot. Picked up by Carboni, who looks back inside. Handball picked off. And the Lions go forward through Banfield now. Looking to bring it inside 50. Trying to find some space with Smith, who was terrific, Archie Smith. Might get a free kick here. No, he doesn't. Play on's the call. Mills mops up. Goes out the far side. Martin, who's under pressure, goes back to Mills. And I think it might be Jack Martin who's picked himself up a free kick right in the last line of defence for the Suns.
Late contact, I think, there, Stars.
And Jack Martin, who should be doing a bit more than what he is at the moment, I think. But he'll get the free kick deep in defence for the Suns.
I think he probably hasn't had a lot of possessions, Jack Martin, but his pressure on the ball carrier has been outstanding, and he's renowned for that. Craig, I think he called that earlier this morning over breakfast, is that he's a phenomenal athlete and he's lightning quick. Yeah. So he hasn't probably had the possessions that he normally has, but he's been very effective in other facets.
He's busy in both areas of the game, isn't he? Anyway, he kicks it outside the defensive 50. Scrimmage there. It was a bit of a back pass, I think, by the Suns there. Picked up. Simon Black gets involved. Goes backwards to Conway, who's been good. Going forward now, the Lions out the far side, but Jackson Allen, who reads the ball really well across halfback, has yet again slid across the front of the pack and taken a nice mark. Looking for options. He goes just inside to Brandon Chadwick from Rockhampton. Chadwick now at halfback. Just looking to go short again. Finds Martin, who's clean above his head. Might get the free kick anyway. And Jack Martin, who's starting to insert himself into this contest, is starting to pick up some more possessions. Play on's the call. Martin now. Just backward to centre wing, goes on the outer side for the Suns, going up forward, contesting was Gorringe, comes to ground, scrimmage at ground level, picked up by Hayes again for the Lions. Harwood now, who loves to take him on, two bounces, out of defence, terrific play by Ryan Harwood, as he goes out to Dawson.
Dawson kicks up, he looks for, this is Newell again. As we said, he's been lively in the last 6 or 7 minutes. He's probably too far out to score. Look to play on, now he does, kicks inside. Who's he got here? He's got Tickner. So Tickner didn't quite have the legs on his last shot on goal from a similar position here. He's going to line up about 45 metres. He plays on, comes through, kicks it, looks good off the boot. He likes it. So Tickner, Kane Tickner gets his second for the afternoon. The Brisbane Lions get their 9th goal. 9-3-57, the Brisbane Lions lead the Gold Coast Suns 6-3-39. And we've got 21 minutes into the second quarter, Jack Barry.
Yeah, what I've liked about the Lions is they've always looked for the right option going inside 50. And they just haven't blazed away, especially into the wind, so that's been great. But again, no one on the mark. As soon as he's taken that mark, no one there. Just the little basic things that Sean Hart will have to keep reminding him of.
You're way too polite, Jack. That was unforgivable. For Kane Tickner to take the mark at the about 40 out, the first thing the defender should be thinking is, right, stand the mark with some purpose, get my hands up, and the Lions peeled off.
Umpire Nunn in the middle. Gorringe in the ruck against Michael. This is Lonigan. He's wrapped up by Black, I think it is, on the bottom of the pack, as you would expect. And we've got a ball up. 22 minutes gone in the second term here at Harrop Park in beautiful Mackay. Michael wins the tap down. This is Martin in there, wins it back. Michael does well. Oh, this is Stowe. Nabucco Stowe gets a free kick for high. Umpire Cronks paid that just off the ball. So Stowe, good young Mackay product. Lonigan kicks it long inside 50. This is Rutledge, it takes on his chest.
Read it well then, did Rutledge. He goes short looking for Black, and why wouldn't you? Simon Black takes a tumbling mark, still inside the defensive 50 for the Lions. Simon Black calling for options, plays on quickly onto that trusty left side, goes looking for Newell, who reads it over the top, and Richard Newell onto his left foot inside 50 finds Archie Smith. And Archie Smith, better known as being a basketballer come ruckman, has taken the mark, and he's about 35 metres out on about a 45-degree angle. But terrific work by Richard Newell, who for the back half of this quarter, Jack Barry's been very busy for the Lions.
No, he's been very impressive. It's been a good quarter by him. He's been really, really good. He's used the ball well and he's made the most of his opportunities.
So Archie Smith now lining up for goal. Wouldn't have had too many of these in his career. Awkward drop onto the boot and going forward, spills off hands, contest just in front of the goals, and runs through for a behind.
He looks a lightly type, Stas, Archie Smith. We know he's very raw, but he doesn't look out of place there. The kick probably wasn't the best, but he's been lively.
Dad was a basketballer for the Bullets back in the day.
Suns.
Andre Moore.
Clear through, Hayes gets her hands in. This is Banfield, we know he's quick, he loves to dance, he does. Runs into traffic though, Hall give him the don't argue. Ball spills out the back, Gribble, Burke, looks to chip over the top, beautiful kick to Stevenson. Stevenson kicks up, looks, oh, good punch from Lonigan. Lonigan spoils. We're 45 metres out from the Brisbane Lions line. We've gone 24 minutes here at Harrop Park. 9-4-58, the Brisbane Lions lead the Gold Coast Suns 6-3-39.
So boundary throw in just inside the Lions forward 50. Banfield waiting behind the contest. Newell goes forward again, puts it to the advantage of Lyle, who read it beautifully off the boot. Didn't make good contact, Richard Newell, and Jordan Lyle read that beautifully. It was always going to drop short, and having been quiet for probably the last 10 minutes or so, Jordan Lyle back in the game again. He's lining up for number 6. He's had a tremendous first half.
Just going to say, he's been very quiet in this term, but he's lining up for his 6th goal.
Well, he kicked one right at the beginning of the quarter, didn't he, from for that really strong mark across the front of the pack, but that time just read the scrubby kick off the boot of Richard Newell.
Jordan Lyle comes in, very deliberate, and that's his 6th. The Brisbane Lions get their 10th goal for the afternoon. 10-4-64 lead the Gold Coast Suns 6-3-39. As we said, that's his 6th goal, and there's not too many players that can talk about a career, Craig Starcevich, where they've kicked 6 goals to half-time.
6.5 is, it's one of those days I'm going to fill my boots and really have a day out, but Jordan Lyle, the only downside of this, Jack, is he's got to wait 9 or 10 days for the next chance to play for the Lions seniors. So he'll watch this weekend with great interest, I suspect.
Yeah, but he can only make the most of your opportunities, and he's certainly doing that. He might have been a bit quiet, but Newell certainly stepped up.
Righto, so we're back in the middle here. The Lions holding a 4-goal lead, 25 points in fact. So ball up back in the middle, Gorringe up against Michael. Gorringe over the top. Hayes read it well at ground level, picked up by Gilby, who goes backwards, which might cost him. So picked up here now by O'Brien. O'Brien's been really busy and does well, goes forward. Lions have now got it. Going forward through Josh Stiller. Stiller elects to go short, finds Sam Michael. Sam Michael, a really hard-working tall for the Brisbane Lions, comes back inside, spilt by Stiller this time. Martin picks up at ground level, goes towards Gorringe, picked up there by Taylor. Taylor gives it to Martin, who got caught, and Harwood finds himself at the bottom of the pack and gets a free kick in the end. So really well worked there by Ryan Harwood.
Yeah, Ryan Harwood, Lonigan in his back. Banfield just trying to wrestle the ball back from Lonigan. So Harwood, back from his senior duties last week, flew up this morning, late inclusion. Umpire Cronk calls into play on, kicks out wide. This is Conway. Good talent from Sandgate. Now at Aspley Hornets, he kicks up, I think it was Gribble who spilled it over the lines. It's extremely warm conditions here at Harrop Park, so maybe the moisture on his hands meant that one was going to slip through. We're 70 metres out from the Brisbane Lions line, and we've gone 27 minutes into the second term here at Harrop Park.
Okay, throw in, push in the back there, going unnoticed by Sam Michael. Ball comes forward, over the back of the pack. McKeever picks up, dodges and weaves, gets away from Gorringe, and with his left foot goes down the outer side and called out on the full by the boundary umpire there, just clearing the hands, and it'll be a free kick to Jeremy Taylor for the Gold Coast Suns. He comes inside, asked to call back, didn't come around on the mark. So the Suns really need to steady here. The Lions have got a few back into the breeze here at Harrop Park. The breeze has picked up. It's probably worth 3 goals now to the left-hand end, the end of the ground that the Suns are kicking to at the moment, but they're running out of time in this second quarter. Taylor now, centre wing, goes forward, up towards a pack of players. Michael brings it down, Boston taken high, no free kick. Wrapped up just outside the half, just at the top of the 50 for the Suns, and there'll be another ball up.
Umpire Nunn, he's got the ball 60 metres out from the Suns line. Michael Nichols, he's been good. Shepherding there, I think it might have been. It might go the way of the Gold Coast Suns. It has. So Nichols did a bit of umpiring himself there and called that free kick. Nichols, good kick of the footy for a big man. Kicks inside 50. It's Lonigan in pursuit. Black with his slick hands out the back. Burke overruns it, flicks out the back. Good kick from Radford. Out wide. Harwood in pursuit. And I think it's Shade. Happy to see it over the line. Great to see that we've got young Ian Draper here from Mackay Umpires and Tom Bagia umpiring in their first NEAFL games here up in another pathway for not just players, staffs, but also for umpires.
Great for the umpires. So ball up, Stowe gets his hands on it. It's a scrappy play there out at half forward for the Suns. Lions players throwing themselves at the ball. Hayes, I think it was. Umpire says, give it to me and we'll have another ball up. Right half forward for the Gold Coast Suns. Ball thrown up. Michael again, but Nichols getting his hand to it yet again. Suns can't get a handle on it. Scrappy ball again at centre wing for the Suns. Ball being knocked forward, just forced forward by the Lions here in this situation. It might run out of bounds, has it? It has. And the boundary umpire will toss it in with the wind behind him this time on the far side of the ground at Harrop Park. Only a couple of minutes left now in the first half, with the Lions holding a 25-point lead. Boundary throw in, Nichols and Michael. Nichols read it well, got his foot to ball, didn't go anywhere with it. Boston at ground level. Picked up by Wade, who got it forward. Now Stowe gets it forward for the Suns and finds Chiswell. Chiswell gets his kick smothered. Picked up again by Caleb Hay, who bangs it forward. Gilby in the marking position, over his head. Gets a nudge in the back, runs it out of bounds.
And there's the half-time siren here at Harrop Park. The first half has been highly entertaining. It's the Brisbane Lions 10-4-64 lead the Gold Coast Suns 6-3-39. So a 25-point lead as the Oz kickers come out here onto the beautiful Harrop Park surface. Jack Barry, it's been an entertaining first half of NEAFL footy.
Yeah, certainly has. And look, I really like the quarter of Newell, he was fantastic. Whilst Lyle was probably a little bit quieter in that quarter, Newell certainly picked up the slack for the Lions, and their entries inside 50 was pretty first class.
We go through the goal kickers. It's Jordan Lyle with 6 at half-time, Richard Newell with 2, and Kane Tickner with 2. For the Gold Coast Suns, it's Jacob Gilby with 2, Daniel Gorringe with 2, Jesse Lonigan and Aaron Wade with 1 goal each. We'll be back with you shortly for the second half action here at Harrop Park on NEAFL TV.
Like our Queensland brands of the Suns and the Lions is massive for the area here. We think we've got 3,000 to 4,000 here today, which is a fantastic crowd, great for Harrop Park, and really help drive everything in Mackay footy participation-wise.
About to get the second half underway here at Harrop Park. It's Tommy Nichols and I think it's Sam Michael in the ruck. Umpire Nunn's got the ball. We're about to get underway. Umpire Nunn, beautiful bounce. Nichols wins the tab, he goes early, out to Taylor, he gets a quick kick forward. In pursuit is Trask. It's won by Black, the Brownlow medalist kicks up long. Tickner was the target, spills out the back. This is Osborne, looks, dances well, kicks over the top to Martin. Martin's got the footy, swings out wide, he should find Sexton. He does, he's got Lonigan in support. Lonigan, beautiful kick. This is Shade, Henry Shade. Close on the mark. He's too far out to score into this stiff breeze. On his left, kicks inside 50. Nichols is there, reaches out. Michael does well to get the pressure on the footy. Black's in there. Ball spills out. That's Hayes. He was good early in the first. This is Hall. Forward. Suns dancing around, kicks it long, close, runs back with a flight. Great mark.
Fantastic
NEAFL TV mark of the day by Michael Close. Tremendous courage. That was Jonathan Brown like stars.
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, the ball dropping there because of the breeze, but Michael Close kept his eyes on the ball and took a great mark.
Ball spills out wide. Kick out in front of Staker was too far, and we've got a ball up centre wing in front of the Harrop Park Social Club where the majority of our supporters are today. I think Michael Jones is the general manager of Harrop Park Social Club, said it's absolutely chockers inside the Harrop Park Social Club.
And they're getting rowdy too. Craig is the boundary umpire, throws the ball in on the wing there. Nichols gets himself in front. He's been terrific. Michael gets his hands on it now, gets it out to Hayes. Black now ground level. Hand pass back to Michael. Michael to Staker. Staker now, the Lions go forward, just off the side of the boot. Osborne drops something that he should have taken. Locked up there by the Lions, O'Brien. Back inside, going now forward are the Lions again. Picked off again by Jackson Allen, who's been terrific at half-back. Might have got himself a free kick, and has, and may even get a 50. No, he won't. Jackson Allen. Been terrific across half-back. Steadies things down, goes sideways. Over to Sexton. Sexton goes forward now, looking for Nichols, but it's too long for him. And picking it off across the back line there for the Lions.
Lewis Radford.
There's Lewis Radford.
He kicks out wide, he finds Hayes, he's been good. South Australian, the rookie on the Brisbane Lions list. Looks short, tries to find Black. Good hands from Black. Sexton in pursuit. Fantastic inclusion, coming back from injury. Sexton was called to come, and umpire Nunn says that's 50-metre penalty. He's going to go inside 50 here, Simon Black. And I think this is going to be a set shot on goal, Jack Barry.
Oh, look, how good is it for the locals to see this great champion of our game, great servant for Queensland footy, for them to be able to have an opportunity to watch the great man today. Hasn't done a whole lot, but everything he's done has been effective.
He's just clean as usual, isn't he, Jack? And classy. Simon Black now, he'll kick from about right on the 50, I suspect, which might be beyond his range, but we'll see how he goes. Runs inside 50, onto the left boot, puts it forward, up into the breeze. Has it got the carry? It has.
That's a beauty.
And that's a great finish by Simon Black. So there's some life left in the old legs yet. He's got a bit more to say, but he's been terrific today, very clean. The Lions now have taken the lead out to 31 points. They lead the Suns 11-4-70 to the Gold Coast Suns 6-3-39.
Yeah, it's a fantastic finish from the Brownlow medalist, and as you alluded to, Jack Barry, it's just fantastic for NEAFL footy to have the calibre of Simon Black. He played last week against the Broadbeach Cats down at Giffen Park, and to travel up and play in this Anzac Day clash means a lot, not only to the NEAFL competition, but Mackay as a whole, to see that quality person and quality player play out there today.
Ball back into the middle. Umpire Hall with the bounce. Might have gone outside the circle, and we'll have a restart. Michael and Nichols will do battle in the ruck. Nichols has been outstanding for the Suns in a...
Just getting early contact on Michael, and he's just keeping his reach away from the footy.
Jumps
Michael
well.
does well there.
Sam Michael, terrific there. Gets it to Black, who goes forward to Hayes with a beautiful hand pass. Hayes pumps it forward, looking for McKeever, who drops what he should have taken, but Tinkner mops up and has just missed to the near side. He's been dangerous down there, Kane Tinkner. And just the minor score. Kick in by the Suns, looking for Allen. He takes it on the half volley. Dances around Niall McKeever. Jackson Allen now pumps it forward down the outer side, the side wing. Gilby picks it up. Ball spills forward. Might get a free kick. Holding the ball, says the umpire. And a free kick to the Lions there, taken by Isaac Conway, who's had a busy afternoon as well. And he'll take the free kick just forward of centre for the Lions here at Harrop Park. Goes inside. Finds Close. Close swings onto his right boot, goes forward, inside 50, looking for Black, who's got to fight a couple of players, drops an overhead mark, gets out to Stevenson, who's been busy. Mopped up again, Black's got it. Going inside now again are the Lions. Looking for Tinkner again out the far side, and Josh Hall, who's been swung into defence, takes the ball over the line and has given away the free kick, if you don't mind there. Umpire Hall paying the free kick against him.
They're the coach killers we've been talking about, and there's just another one there. That's the effective goal side, scoring side, so let's hope it doesn't end up in a goal for the Suns.
Disappointing there from Josh Hall. Jack, you're spot on there. That's got to frustrate Sean Hart. And Kane Tickner's going to line up for his third goal here, purely because he just had a moment in time that he'd like to get back, I would have thought there. And Kane Tickner kicks in, he hasn't made good contact. The pack forms from fly from behind. It's Stevenson there. Lyle, the danger man, he's around. This is Lonigan. The Sun should clear. Good pursuit here from Dawson. Dawson got him. Great pursuit. So Liam Dawson has caught Lonigan there in a beautiful chase from behind. That's everything that Coach Harding would want. Kicks inside 50. Big pack forms. Who's the flyer? The Suns are there in numbers. Clear out. Here's Allen again. Cool as a cucumber and generally good by foot. He clears. Looks up. Kicks it long down the wing. Oh, the mark by Close.
So to a nest of Lions players there, Jackson Allen in his defence. Didn't have a lot to kick to. Staker now. He's about 70 metres from goal. He swings around. Should be called a play on and is. Staker drives it forward looking for Lyle. And he finds him. And read the play really well again, Jordan Lyle. A really smart forward. And just nudged his player under the ball and took the ball in his hands in the left forward pocket for the Lions.
Yeah, he reads it really well off the boot. As good as anyone, Jordan Lyle. He positions his body well. He protects the zone. And he's lining up for his 7th goal deep in the forward pocket, Jack.
Yeah, Clay Cameron's got the job on him now, so it'll be a big test for Clay.
It'll have to be his 3rd or 4th opponent now.
Yeah.
Really tough job. Jordan Lyle runs around onto his right boot and snaps
That's beautiful.
Thinks his way through.
That is a beauty.
Beautifully. And snaps his 7th for the afternoon early in the 3rd quarter. Jordan Lyle having a day out here at Harrop Park. The Lions go further ahead. They're now 6 goals up. Lions are 12-4-76, leading the Gold Coast Suns 6-4-40. And we're 7 minutes into the 3rd quarter here in Mackay.
It's a beautiful finish from the big man, and 7 goals at the 7-minute mark of the 3rd term. Will he kick 10? Will he kick 10 goals today? Surely.
Well, he's certainly on.
He's had 6 at half time.
He'll be kicking himself if he doesn't, Craig. This is the day to fill the boots, if ever there was one.
Umpire Nunn back in the middle. It's Gorringe and Michael. Michael carrying the burden of most of the ruck work here today for the Lions. Gets up, wins the tap. Here's Boston. Flicks out the back to Martin. He gets the quick kick away. Staker in pursuit. Fly from Gorringe. Ball spills out. Staker gives the don't argue. It was probably a bit high, and it was. Umpire Cronk off the ball called it as Martin tried to get the cheeky one and dart off with a footy.
Yeah. A really good decision there, Craig. Brent Staker, the fend off to the face. And Josh Chiswell will go forward now for the Suns, the local Mackay boy. He goes looking for Caleb Hay and finds him. So Caleb Hay from the Northern Rivers of New South Wales plays on quickly to Boston. Boston from outside the 50. What's he done? Up towards the goal square. Jumping was Stowe, falls to the front of the pack. The Lions will run it out by the looks, but Conway under pressure, wrapped up there
trouble
and holding the ball. So great defensive pressure by the Suns forwards. Jacob Gilby with the tackle. He'll take the free kick. He's on a very tight angle, about 30 metres out inside the right forward pocket there for the Gold Coast Suns.
Almost impossible angle. With the way the breeze is going today, this would take an exceptional kick.
He'll need to kick the Doojra.
So Gilby now, right forward pocket for the Suns. Can he swing it back into the breeze? What's he done? Across the face, and a minor score. So the Suns are now 6-5-41, the Lions 12-4-76. Early in the third term here at Harrod Park. Inside, Newell has the ball.
Kicks out wide to Staker. Staker's got numbers in support. He chips it over the top. This is Dynan. He flicks to Stevenson. The two top-ups work well together. Good pressure. Gorringe, good hands. Flicks out the back. The Suns trying to get some momentum here in this third quarter. Staker comes in, gives Gorringe a little bit of a get out of my way. We're centre wing in front of the Harrod Park Social Club on Anzac Day here in Mackay.
Boundary throw in, centre wing. Again, Michael. Gorringe this time gets front spot. Might have got a free kick, nothing doing. Play on's the call, ball at ground level, trapped under Brandon Chadwick. And is the ball out? Jack Martin battling with it, tries to get it forward. Simon Black can't get a handle. Eventually Sam Michael to Black. Black goes backwards. The Lions go forward now. Staker back again to Black. Black will go forward. A little kick down the line to O'Brien, who takes the ball just inside the boundary line. Hand pass to Dawson. Dawson now looks to go inside, wrapped up by Sexton, and it's holding the ball. Great tackle by Alex Sexton in the back half here for the Gold Coast Suns. Saves the day. So good tackle by Alex Sexton.
Yeah, they need a bit of run out of Alex Sexton. He hasn't been overly high in the possession rate today, but that's a beautiful tackle, and hopefully it gets a bit of confidence. He kicks up the way. There's Staker in front, takes a good mark in front of Shade. He's starting to find a bit of the footy. Brent Staker kicks to Black. The two waxing well together. The veterans out here for the Lions today. Black kicks inside to Burke. He's got Burke. Burke plays on, switches it across the field. He's got Michael. He's got Conway in support. Isaac Conway looks up. Hasn't got much long down the ground, so he decides to go out wider again. He finds Close. As we alluded to earlier, took mark of the day running back. I think he's done an injury here. Not sure what's...
Landed awkwardly there,
I
Craig.
think he might have... He's done a knee.
It's a knee or an ankle. He might be holding the ankle, hopefully.
He's done a knee. I think it's a left knee.
It's the lesser of the two.
It goes straight to the interchange. So not a good sign for Michael Close. Conway takes the kick. Kicks up wide, he finds McKeever. He probably dropped one he should have taken. Pressure from the Suns. Ball spills out. The decision there. I think it might have been holding on to the man. It was McKeever. He's got the footy, 70 out. Big long left foot, kicks it wide to that man again. Lyle dropped one he should have taken. He plays on, snaps it back to Dawson. Good play from the big fella. That'll keep Lee Harding happy, and it's rushed through for another behind. So it's 12-4-76. The Brisbane Lions lead the Gold Coast Suns 6-5-41, and we've gone 13 minutes into the third term.
Allen, who plays onto himself again, drives it long out the grandstand side. Big fist by Staker. Picked up by Smith. Really well played. Goes backwards to O'Brien. Staker from outside 50. What's he done? Just pulled his kick to the left. And another minor score for the Lions. So the Lions are now 12-6-78, leading the Suns 6-5-41. Allen again with the kick in. He's come out this grandstand side most of the time this afternoon, and he's run outside the square. So a really costly error there by Jackson Allen, and there'll be a ball up at the top of the goal square in the Brisbane Lions forward 50.
Well, I just thought it was just really good work there by young Smith. Then he got his hands on it and then come back, got the handball away, and then a quick shepherd, and the ball goes back down there. So the pressure's straight back on the Suns. So
ball up, top of the goal square. Nichols again. McKeever gets his body in front for the Lions. Straight down to Lyle, who should be pinged for holding the ball and is. Tried to bust his way through. And Brandon Chadwick, probably one of the smaller guys on the field, a Rockhampton Academy player for the Suns, made the tackle. And a nice little kick out to Alex Sexton, who marked under pressure from Black. Sexton needs to get back off the mark, needs to compose himself. Eventually goes sideways to Allen. A bit of a nothing kick because he's put Allen into an awkward spot now to extricate the ball from the back half of the Suns. Allen goes forward.
Kicks long. Big contest, a push in the back, the Lions. This is Smith, Archie Smith, ex-basketball product, handballs it off to O'Brien. He kicks inside 50. It's a long kick to that man again. Lyle taken early. His legs were taken from an umpire who said that is illegal, and that's going to be another shot on goal. Actually, it's Niall McKeever. I apologise there, Niall McKeever.
Yeah, so big Stephen Mills there, another Rockhampton boy, playing key defence. Just got into the body of Niall McKeever there as he was presenting up to the ball
He's
carrier.
a left footer. He's going to have to aim this at that every bit of that right-hand goalpost with this stiff breeze blowing the western side, or back at your screen if you can view a picture of it at home. Niall McKeever, the Irishman. Very deliberate in his approach. He'll kick this from 45. Little stutter. Kicks it well. Pushes it across the face. Oh, it's a mark there by Tickner. No, out on the full. So it's gone out on the full, so the Gold Coast Suns through Jackson Allen will kick it back in. We've gone 16 minutes here at Harrop Park in the third term. Ball kicked out wide, 55 from the Lions, and the ball spills over for a boundary throw-in.
So a lot of ball inside the Lions 50 at the moment and not being able to capitalise. So boundary throw in, Nichols again who grabs Michael. Michael still gets his hand to it. Staker gets it out. Harwood now on the burst, goes forward looking for McKeever on the lead, but it falls just short of him. In fact, it's gone all the way out of bounds, and Clay Cameron will get the free kick for the Gold Coast Suns. He comes across the ground, finds the dangerous Jack Martin, been a little quiet today. Chips it out in front of Osborne. Osborne looks to take on Tinkner, who wraps him up in a tackle. Great pressure by Tinkner. Staker picks up now, top of the 50 for the Lions. Inside, picked off by Gorringe. Gorringe now out to centre wing. And a great grab there by the Lions by Adam Rutledge, who comes inside to Ryan Harwood. Harwood now across the ground looking for Newell. Richard Newell turns onto his left side too easily for the Lions there. He pumps it inside 50 across the top. Dawson nearly gets his hands to it. Mills mops up well, gives it to Hay. Hay on the way out, goes out looking for Carboni, gets a fist on it, but close mops up. Harwood now looking for Black. Simon Black, not 15 is the call. Hayes now has it for the Lions. Going forward is Radford. Radford steps inside the 50, swings towards goal and finishes off with a magnificent goal for the Lions. A great finish for Lewis Radford. He kicks the Lions 13th for the afternoon. They go further ahead. They're now 13-6-84, leading the Gold Coast Suns 6-5-41.
Yeah, he's been a regular top-up player for the Brisbane Lions thus far, Stas, and that's a classy finish from the young man playing up here in Mackay today. And geez, they're really starting to get a stranglehold of this game.
And just struggling to get it out of their back 50, Jack Barry.
Yeah, no, good call, Craig. They need to run the ball up. They're getting the next kicks going straight to Alliance, but they need to run in numbers, bring the ball up, and then get it into at least some green space over the top.
Back in the middle with umpire Nunn. 13-6-84. The Brisbane Lions lead the Suns 6-5-41. Nichols, Michael, good battle between these two big men. Nichols tries the old flick out the back, second time today. Newell gets it out wide. Boston tried the quick kick, doesn't get it forward. Lyle's in there. Umpire Nunn calls a free kick for holding on. It'll go the way of, I think this is Taylor. No, it's not, it's Osborne. Osborne with a footy, cross half back, chips out wide. Suns clear. This is all kicks up forward. A good mark there by Hay. Little nudge, it might have been a nudge in the back. No, it wasn't, he's paid the mark. So he's 45 metres out on the far side of Harrop Park in front of our Dixon Holmes and John Donnelly scoreboard. Kicks it long inside, it's a beautiful kick. Pack forms over the back, numbers there for the Suns now. Handball out the back. Lonigan's there, got a high one.
Free kick to the
Staker got him
Suns.
high. So it's going to be a free kick to the Gold Coast Suns. It's Jesse Lonigan, the Tasmanian. He's already kicked one today, lining up for his second. We've gone 19 minutes into the third term, Craig Starcevich.
Been one of their busier midfielders today has Jesse Lonigan for the Gold Coast Suns. Caleb Hay, who had the inside 50 there before, has also been prominent. Hasn't been the worst Suns forward by any stretch. So it's Lonergan now on a 45-degree angle, about 30 metres from goal, kicking into the teeth of the breeze, and has done it very well indeed, and popped it straight over the goal umpire's head for a goal. Jesse Lonergan kicks the Suns 7th for the afternoon. They're still trailing the Lions by 31 points. The Suns are 7-5-47, and the Lions are 13-6-84.
So Jesse Lonergan gets his second goal for the afternoon. Welcome to all our viewers out there. We're broadcasting from the beautiful Harrop Park in Mackay for this Anzac Day clash between the Brisbane Lions and the Gold Coast Suns in a historic event for the NEAFL competition. Our first game on Anzac Day. Over 3,000 people here at Harrop Park. Umpire Cronk bounces it, calls play on, off the side. Lions clear through Hayes. Here's O'Brien, he's been good. Kicks inside 50, that man, gets a free kick. I'm sure they're for in the back. And it's that man again, Jordan Lyle. So he gets the free kick 35, 40 metres out. Umpire then said, Gorringe, that is in the back. And he's going to line up for his 8th goal at the 20-minute mark of the third term.
Just the benefit of getting the front spot there, Jack Barry.
Yeah, and it's important, and there's pressure straight away. The backman can panic sometimes, but front spot, you get arms chopping, anything like that. So he's done well. Let's see if we can make him pay now.
So Jordan Lyle, who we are trying to get into the Lions senior team, unashamedly here this afternoon at Harrop Park, but he's been brilliant. Kick 7, lining up from 45, kicking with the breeze, and that's a fantastic finish. So Jordan Lyle has 8. And we're deep into the third quarter, and he's already got his 8th goal, which is a fantastic effort. And he's just been the difference today between the two teams up forward in terms of finishing. So 8 goals to Jordan Lyle, and the Lions back out to a, what have we got there, 43-point lead, 14-6-90, leading the Gold Coast Suns 7-5-47. And we've gone 21 minutes here at Harrop Park in Mackay.
Now we know he's a good player, Craig, but where does he fill a role in the senior team? And obviously with Stefan Martin, he goes forward now. They've got Leuenberger, who's been going forward. They've obviously got the great Jonathan Brown. Where does he play?
That's a really good question, Craig, but he's when you're banging on the door that hard, I think they've just got to pick you, don't they, eventually?
We're back in the middle. Nichols creatively over the back to Taylor. Taylor's wrapped up by Hayes. And umpire Hall comes in. He's going to ball it up.
But seriously, to answer your question, I mean, he's a very smart forward, and he showed that in the latter stages of the AFL season last year. He was very prominent for the Lions seniors.
Yeah, Gribble, out he comes. This is O'Brien again. Kicks inside 50. Shade should take this one, and he does. So in front of Tickner, Shade gets the skewed kick. Goes out wide, top side of the ground. Suns really need to get on their bike if they're to come back and narrow this 43-point deficit. Out to Allen. Allen looks, switches across. This is Gorringe. Gorringe has got on short. And this is Chiswell. Chiswell chips over the top. Lyle's there. Good defensive pressure from the big full forward in Jordan Lyle. And that'll keep Lee Harding very happy with him.
Umpire Hall having a chat to
Thought it might have been a bit high, maybe.
Just threw the ball into his head on his way through.
So
boundary throw in. Nichols and Michael. Michael gets it down this time, but Sexton reads it the best. Scrappy ball wrapped up by Chiswell. Ground level ball. Sexton back in there again. Ball doesn't spill free. A lot of bodies in there. Has the ball popped out. Again, good tackle by Carboni. Ball still bobbling around inside there. Who's going to win the free kick? It looks like it's come out through Rutledge by the looks. Boston takes a mark across half back to steady the ship for the Suns. He goes across goal, finds Cameron. Cameron plays on quick, goes to the outer side looking for Osborne. But Lyle gets in the way, beautifully running with the flight. Chips it back inside to McKeever.
Beautiful.
Great play by Jordan Lyle, who's having quite a day today, having kicked 8, caused that turnover. And Niall McKeever is the beneficiary with a shot from goal with the breeze right at his back from about 45 metres out.
It just looks like to me the Suns are trying to kick their way out of defence instead of trying to run it, and each time it seems to be breaking down, especially on a day like today. So let's see if McKeever can put a goal on the board for himself.
So McKeever now, very deliberate approach. He'll swing onto his left side, breeze right at his back, little stutter. Looks good off the boot, made great contact and has put it straight through the middle. So Niall McKeever with a terrific finish, and the Lions go further ahead. They're now out to 15.6.96, leading the Gold Coast Suns 7.5.47. And Niall McKeever, I think, has got his first for the afternoon. So he's been a busy forward, probably been the foil for Jordan Lyle in a lot of ways, but good reward for him to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it was, and as you said, Stas, it's the 15th goal for the Brisbane Lions thus far, and have opened up a 49-point lead. And this game, even though we probably think that breezes up to maybe 4 to 5 goals now, it's quite strong, blowing slightly into the forward pocket for the Brisbane Lions. So the Suns are still a chance, but they wouldn't want too many red time goals here as the ball's in the middle. Michael, that's Hall, they've moved him into the ruck. Boston's in the middle now, out to Sexton. He's come into the game in the third term. Shade kicks inside 50, slipped in there, the defence comes through. Gribble, he does well, hands out by the Lions, they do it well to the Brownlow medalist in black. Out the back to Conway, he's been good, back to Black on his left, kicks up the wing. Pack form's good from Tickner in front. Here's Staker. He dances, does it well, gets himself time, kicks up to that man again in Lyle. This is Boston. It's very clever, generally good by foot. Kicks up the wing. Newell tries to cut it off over the top. The ball's still there. This is Burke. Burke kicks inside. It's a poor kick though. Shade there to chop it off. He should clear it out. He does. The Suns are awake and they go inside. They do. It's a poor kick though. They've got the numbers. Here's Nabokov in pursuit. He pushes wide. Harwood. The ball's out wide. It's 2-on-1. The Suns do well. But he gets pushed off the footy though. Harwood, poor handball. Kicks it back. Here's Sam Michael. He goes over to Stevenson. He's to Richard Newell.
Newell with one bounce. Left foot inside 50 looking for Smith. Drops what he should have taken. Wrapped up, not wrapped up. Breaks free of Mills to Smith. To Staker, back to Newell. Ball spills out. Josh Hall's there for the Suns. Newell mops up beautifully and runs away from the tacklers. Handball inside to Staker. He gets the ball knocked out of his hands. Newell again, frantic footy, and in the end, when having a shot for goal, he's managed to flick the ball over the boundary line on the full. And Brandon Chadwick for the Gold Coast Suns will take the free kick in the back pocket for the Suns. Drives the ball back out the grandstand side, and a good mark there by Sam Michael. Michael, quick hands to Harwood. Harwood, top of the 50. Lines to mop up. Harwood again. Stowe, quick handball. Chiswell, strong tackle. And three-quarter time here at Harrop Park. And the Lions extended their half-time lead to now lead by 39 points. They lead the Suns 15-6-96. Sorry, it's 49 points. So Lions 15-6-96 to the Suns 7-5-47. And they extended their lead from the half-time break, used the breeze really well, and have opened up a match-winning lead, Craig Miller.
Yeah, Stars, they kicked 5 goals in that quarter and to 1 goal by the Gold Coast Suns, and they really opened this game up. So as we said, there's a 5-goal breeze. There's still a chance, the Suns. If they can get the first couple and get a bit of momentum, Jack Barry, they're back in the game.
Yeah, momentum's everything. So they need to win the ball out of the centre. They need to run the ball. The Lions have been very good at that today. They've teamed really well, running numbers, and really set it inside their 50. So they'll need to do that to finish this quarter.
Now goal kickers to three-quarter time. Jordan Lyle's kicked 8, Richard Newell 2, Kane Tickner 2, and singles to Simon Black, Niall McKeever and Lewis Radford. For the Gold Coast Suns, it's Jacob Gilby with 2, Daniel Gorringe with 2, Jesse Lonigan 2, and 1 to the young Mackay product in Aaron Wade. We'll be back with you shortly for the last quarter here at Harrop Park on NEAFL TV.
8.5 goals coming into the last quarter, and there's a strong breeze for the Suns, and they're going to have to use it. Michael up early, gets the hit out, down towards Lonigan, out towards Allen. Allen now onto the left foot, going forward, inside 50 for the Suns. Great grab in front from Jordan Burke. Fantastic hands. Burke now down the grandstand side, looking for Staker, taken by Nichols. On his chest, looking to put the ball back inside the forward 50 for the Suns. Goes sideways, finds Jeremy Taylor. Taylor goes out towards Cameron, looking to switch the play now. Cameron out the far side, finds Gorringe. Gorringe plays on quickly. He goes up forward, over the head of Trask. Ground level ball. Suns looking to mop up. Hand pass out. Nothing doing. Lots of bodies crashing in. Forward now by the Lions. They get it forward. Spills out towards Boston. Boston goes inside 50. Looking for Jack Martin, who looks like he could get a jump at it. Goes over the top of the pack. Off the ground. An airy. And Ryan Harwood mops up for the Lions. Bad miss there by Jack Martin.
Sam Michael takes the mark. Martin just overran that footy. Sam Michael's taking the mark 40 metres out from the Gold Coast Suns line. He looks up at the top, he does, he chips. This is Rutledge, poor kick though. Nichols does well to keep it in pursuit. Rutledge is there again. Out was Gribble, Sam Michael on his left. Kicks up to McKeever. McKeever and Gorringe. Gorringe was good enough to get a hand in. Lonigan strong. Kicks inside 50. He's Martin. Oh, Harwood does well, gets a high one. He's in trouble here though. He's not trying to get it out, and umpire Hall says we'll ball it up. So Martin had the fly, couldn't quite hold on to it. Harwood, a bit stiff, but umpire Hall, he throws it in. We've gone 2.5 minutes into this last quarter. Michael, Hall, out the back. This is Wade, the local product, out to Black. Takes a bounce, gives himself time. Beautiful, clever around shade. All class. Up to that man, Lyle. He's kicked 8 till 3/4 time. This is Gorringe out the back, kicks it forward. Nothing really of this at the moment. Close. Dances around back from what we thought was a serious knee injury, but he's fine now. Gorringe got his hands around his Newell. He's quick. He's a left footer. The Suns in pursuit. Can't quite get it clear here. Kicks up wide. The Suns go inside 50, but it's all the Lions. And Sam Michael takes an uncontested mark.
So Michael now mopping up across half-back, finds Staker short, still inside the defensive 50. He goes over the top looking for Harwood. Bounces in front of him. In pursuit is Carboni. Harwood gets around him. Hand pass forward to Conway. Ground level. Martin has him wrapped up. Could be a free kick. Play-on's the call. Ground level ball. Lots of pressure here. Harwood again mops up. Breaks away, does he? Yes, he does. To Staker, who can't get a handle on it. Martin's there. Did he scoop it up? No, he didn't, said the umpire. Play on through Conway. Conway stands up in the tackle. Really well done. And a great tackle by Josh Hall, who took too long there, did Brent Staker. And Josh Hall made him pay.
Good tackle from Hall. Started to come into the game a bit. Kicks it long. The pack forms. Fly from behind was from Darcy Trask, but the ball spills over the line. We've got a boundary throw in 2 metres out from the Suns line. They desperately need to get the first goal of this last term. Ruckman do battle, tapped down by Michael. Good hands out the back by Radford. This is Harwood. Kick goes. This is Wade out the back. Taylor kicks inside 50. Had plenty of the footy of the Suns, but it's all the Lions. And Jordan Burke takes a relatively easy mark. I think it might be 50 metres. It is. So the 5 metre encroachment there on the mark from, not sure who the Suns player was there. It might have been Carboni.
Could have been Shade, I think, Craig, in that occasion.
Was it Shade on the other side, Stash? You might be right there. So the ball comes up, 50 metre penalty.
So Jordan Burke has been good in the air the last 2 times it's come into his back 50. Drives the ball out into the path of Hayes, who picks up, feigns a hand pass, goes inside 50, finds Black. So Simon Black on his own. How he made space there on his own inside 50, matched up against the Suns ruckman. He goes short now, Black, looking for Hayes, who gave it off to him, and Hayes was able to run forward again, unchecked inside the forward 50. So some really loose manning up by the Suns midfield there has allowed Nick Hayes to drift forward and get on the end of Simon Black's kick.
Nick Hayes, off the back of a 33 possession game last week for the Suns. He's a rookie from South Australia. He comes in, he'll kick this from 35 directly in front. Should kick through, yours truly, he does. So he kicks a 16th goal for the Brisbane Lions this afternoon. So it's 16-7-103. Lead the Gold Coast Suns 7-4-46. 6 minutes gone in this last quarter. And he's been a good player today for the Brisbane Lions.
He has, Jack Barry. His form today, obviously carrying on from some really good, promising form last week. He's been one of their more prolific midfielders today.
Yeah, no, I certainly like the look of him. And as mentioned in the call, Burke, 2 strong marks in defence, and again, 50 metre penalty. and inside 50 Black bang goal.
Just on Burke, where's his best position, Jack? You know him well. He's a Morningside boy, and he played a lot of footy forward. Looks like the Lions are going to play him as a defender. Is that his best position?
Well, I think it doesn't hurt for him to learn that defensive. It's probably one of the areas of his game he needed to improve was his defensive skill. Great.
Okay, so we've had a bounce. Black's been involved a couple of times, and some really clever play by Simon Black. Gives it to Close, who goes forward, and again Lyle on the lead, who's already kicked 8, but he's a long way from goal this time. He chips inside the 50 and finds Richard Newell, who's been really busy as well as a midfielder. And Richard Newell, who's got a raking left foot kick, it's not beyond him here. He'll kick from just on 50 metres into a slight breeze, but not beyond him.
He's been good today, Stars.
He's been terrific, Richard Newell. So he wanders into goal now. He'll kick from right on the 50, kicks on its way, good off the boot. Oh. Jumping at the back of the pack was the Lions player, but Nichols clears it right off the line there for the Suns, drives it back out, and Jackson Allen, who's had a reasonable afternoon, Jackson, across half-back for the Suns, takes a good overhead mark.
Kicks in. This is Gilby. We've been a bit quiet in the last half. He was good early. Kicks it long to Shade, shades the target. The fly come from the Suns. The Lions look to clear. They've been good across half-back today. Bit of a scrimmage, it's scrappy footy at the moment. Oh, there's a free kick here. Umpire Nunn's found. It's Simon Black in the back of Nabaco Stowe, the local Mackay boy. 19-year-old, played state footy for Queensland. He kicks out wide to Taylor. Taylor's got Allen out this side of the ground. He finds him. He's a beautiful user of the footy, Jackson Allen. He's 50 metres out. This might test him. He'd have to kick at 53, 54 metres. He's not quite sure, Jack Barry, if he's got the legs.
Oh, he's a beautiful kick of the ball. He's made it difficult by coming this side, but I think he could. He's a lovely kick.
In he comes from 52. Jackson Allen, that's a beautiful kick. That's a fantastic kick. That's exactly what the Suns need. They kick their 8th goal for the afternoon. 16-7-103, the Brisbane Lions lead the Gold Coast Suns 8-4-52. We've gone 8 minutes into the last quarter, Craig Starsevich.
You talk about elite kicks in the game, and this young kid coming through is a great kick.
That was the voice of Jack Barry.
The great Jack Barry.
The great Jack Barry, but Jackson Allen really did well there, Jack, he finds himself up on the wing now, but he's been really good across half-back, and to push forward and get on the end of one there was really promising. So the ball back in the middle. We've got big Archie Smith back in the ruck for the Lions.
That storm is coming, Craig Starsevich, so I think we're going to miss it here today. We've been blessed, but it's a 2 ruckman go up.
So Smith now gets the ball forward. Stowe again gets on the end of it, can't get a handle on it, fumbles, but eventually gets it to Gilby. Gilby goes forward, looking for Wade, who doesn't fly, but at the back of the pack we've got Hay mopping up now with the Lions. They'll bring it back out, and it looks like Staker will clear it. It gets the hand pass across to O'Brien, looking to shrug off the tackle, is in all sorts of trouble, and Jesse Lonergan, who's also been prominent for the Suns this afternoon, wraps him up in the tackle, and he'll reward himself with a shot at goal from about 40 metres out.
He's lining up for his second goal, and Craig Starsevich just calls a beautiful tackle. He's a beautiful kick of the footy, the Tasmanian. He's going to have to kick this 48 metres. Michael Close on the marks. He's no slouch in terms of when those arms are up in the air. Might breathe a bit of life back into the Suns. Claw back this lead by the Brisbane Lions. He's hit it. Pushed it across to the far side, this side. Another behind, 8-5-53. Brisbane Lions, 16-7-103.
So Harwood plays on quickly. Eventually it gets to Burke, who's had a good quarter, drives it out to the far wing, looking for Lyle. Lyle gives his opponent a bit of a nudge, and that hasn't gone unnoticed by the umpire, and Dan Gorringe will take the free kick at centre wing. He's got Josh Hall on the switch in the middle if he uses him, and does. Hall now has it. Centre wing. Suns going forward. Drives it inside 50. Who's there? Nichols with the fly. Can't take it. Harwood at ground level. Picks up. Takes it outside 50. Finds Newell. Newell looking for runners. No one coming. Goes short this time. The outside. And the Lions have the ball at half back.
Gribble with the footy. 10 minutes gone in this last term at Harrop Park. Kicks long up the line. Looking for Lyle, he's in front. Gorringe did well. Ball spills out the back. That was Carboni. Ball out. That's a good tackle. That's on O'Brien. Martin's in there. Two Suns are in there. What's the umpire going to do? He umpire none. He calls for a ball up. Jack Barry, it's just been a fantastic day up here in Mackay, and it's a real, as we've alluded to, it's a historic day for the NEAFL competition to have a first Anzac Day game, but it's a lot of volunteers, a lot of people put a lot of hard work into this, and it's great to see a good crowd come out and support it.
It's great for footy, and I know it's an old cliche, but footy's the winner today, and it's been great for the locals to see local product playing, and to see the great Simon Black and the volunteers coming together.
So we're still stuck on the outer wing. Lots of scrappy football, going to be tidied up here by the Lions as they go inside 50 through Richard Newell yet again. He swings it right across the face of goal. Picked up across the face by Dawson, who snaps it back inside 50, looking for Lyle. Dodges and weaves, left foot, looking inside, and terrific unselfish footy by Jordan Lyle, who's got 8 himself, and he's found Stevenson, who's been busy all day, who's taken the mark 40 metres out, only a slight angle, kicking into a fairly gusty breeze here at Harrop Park. So Stevenson now lining up. He'll come inside the 50, kicking from about 45. It's a good kick off the boot, and he makes no mistake. So another goal to the Lions. Cameron Stevenson this time gets himself on the scoreboard. The Lions go further ahead. They're now 17-7-109. Leading the Gold Coast Suns 8-5-53, and we've gone 12 and a half minutes here at Harrop Park in Mackay in the last term.
It's been a fantastic day here at Harrop Park. We think it's probably closer to 4,000 people that have crammed into the Harrop Park precinct. The Social Club have reported record takings today inside there, so it's been a fantastic rallying of the troops, I suppose, the Mackay AFL community to come out today at Harrop Park as umpire Hall bounces in the middle. No one's advantage. Stowe's been thrown into the middle now. Out the back. Lions are going to clear through. Simon Black, he's been outstanding today. O'Brien in pursuit. Good hands from Hayes. O'Brien, that man from 50, kicks it inside to Tickner. He's taken it. Was that Lyle? That's Tickner. That's Tickner.
A really good mark, Kane Tickner. He almost looked like he lost the flight of the ball there, Craig Miller, but turned around and spotted it up, and really strong hands.
Kane Tickner for his 3rd goal for the afternoon. Wouldn't be a bad return for the top-up player. Comes in. He's going to kick a check side here. I think he is. He is. The old check side comes out. He pushes it to the near side. So he's kicked 2 for the afternoon, Kane Tickner. That's the 8th behind for the Brisbane Lions. 17-8-110 lead the Gold Coast Suns 8-5-53, and we've gone 14 minutes here at Harrop Park.
And Taylor will bring the ball back in for the Suns. Drives it right down the middle of the ground, looking for Stowe, who takes the mark. A great mark for the local Mackay ball. Gives it off to Boston. Boston looks for the runners. Finds Osborne, gives it to Allen. Allen goes short really well and finds Chiswell, another Mackay boy. Chiswell is 60 out and gets the 50-metre penalty. So Josh Chiswell, a 17-year-old from the Mackay City Hawks, gets a chance from the goal square here to get his name on the score sheet, which is a fantastic effort. And one of 3 Mackay Hawks playing here this afternoon, Mackay City Hawks, playing for the Gold Coast Suns. So Josh Chiswell, a Suns Academy member, pops it through for the Lions' 9th of the afternoon. They're trailing the Brisbane Lions, who lead 17-8-110 to the Gold Coast Suns 9-5-59. But a goal to Josh Chiswell, who's had a quiet afternoon, but good to get on the scoreboard.
Can they go back-to-back, Jack Barry? Can the Brisbane Lions go back-to-back in the NEAFL competition?
Oh, certainly. And it's a long season. We know what it's like at the elite level. They really manage their injuries, but if they can stay healthy, they certainly can. They're certainly the team to beat. Very impressive with a deleted list today, but they've still played well. The top-up players, as you said, from the academy, have certainly don't leave them any shorter. They're certainly more than capable. So, good start to them.
Umpire Cronk back in the middle. Sam Michael in the middle's Hall. He jumps, Boston's in there, same with Black. Ball comes out to Wade. This is Taylor, he kicks out wide. In pursuit of it is Hay. Rutledge is there. Hay does well. Kicks inside 50. Top of the square. At the back is Nichols. He uses his body well. Ball spills free. Radford overran it. Ball's still in there though. Radford does well. He might have the free. Whoa. Not quite sure what umpire Hall has plucked down there. Oh, a trip. He's paid a trip. So Chiswell's lining up for his second goal in as many minutes, Stars. Probably fortunate on that one, but it was there. And umpire Hall paid it.
Yeah, definitely got legged on the way out there. Now Josh Chiswell lining up. A bit trickier this time. He's on a slight angle, but certainly not beyond him. He's a beautiful left foot kick. Little stutter on the way in, and he's pushed it across the face. So unfortunately for Josh Chiswell, he's missed what he should have kicked, and really could have been a dual goal kicker for the afternoon. Lions bring it back in. Jordan Burke goes into the pocket. Conway now spoilt by Martin, who gets there really quickly, dodges and weaves and gets around. But Conway, with a fantastic chase and tackle, has earned himself a free kick. So Isaac Conway, outstanding in the back 50 for the Brisbane Lions to lay a tackle on such a quick customer such as Jack Martin.
He's been good today, Conway. This is Radford. He's also been a real find as a top-up for them. Gribble does well, out to Michael. Ball intercepted by Allen. Allen gets a quick kick forward. In front is that man again in Chiswell. What can he do? Handball's inside. It's a great finish. So it's a great finish there by the Gold Coast Suns in Jacob Gilby. He kicks his third goal for the afternoon and kicks the Suns' 10th goal. 17-8, 110. The Brisbane Lions lead the Gold Coast Suns 10-6, 66. Approaching the 18-minute mark of the last quarter. And it's been an entertaining game. It's a high scoring, 27 goals kicked today, Stars. So it's everything the crowd would have wanted.
Yeah, it's been a good afternoon, all things considered. The Lions have obviously come into this game with some really strong form. Jack Barry.
Yeah, they certainly have. And Craig, I'm just going to ask you, who are the top-up players that really caught your eye today?
Well, I think Isaac Conway and Kane Tinkner, probably Gribble as well for the Lions, have been really prominent. But for the Suns, I think you're probably looking at the guy that's just joined in a couple of times there. Chiswell's been really, really good up forward. So ball up in the middle. Michael gets his hands to it. Taylor mops up. Puts the ball out in the front into the path of Sexton, who eventually picks up. Goes back across the ground looking for Trask. He gets his hands. Mops it up at ground level. Drives it inside 50. Burke up against Hall. Martin picks up. Outside to Jackson Allen, who gets onto his right foot and finishes really well, but just pulls it at the last minute and ends up behind to the near side. So Harwood to bring it in quickly. Gilby picks it off, and that's the danger of the quick kick in. You've really got to make sure that you're balanced and find your target. And he was looking for Richard Newell, but Jacob Gilby read it really well. The ball held up in the air just a moment there, just enough time for Gilby to get across and pick it off, and he'll line up for a shot for goal from about 30 metres out directly in front.
Gilby lining up for his fourth. It's been good today for the Suns. Comes in, hits it well, goal umpire doesn't move. So the Gold Coast Suns get their 11th goal for the afternoon. The Brisbane Lions 17-8, 110 lead the Gold Coast Suns 11-7, 73. That's their fourth goal for the last quarter. They probably left their run a little bit too late today, Jack Barry, but it's been a much improved last quarter effort from the Suns.
Oh, it certainly has, and I'm sure Coach Hart will enjoy seeing that. Look, I think they've got to give the ball more to Jackson Allen. He uses the ball really well when he does that, and so does young Boston. So there's a couple of good kids coming through, but they've probably got to get more usage so they can hurt the opposition.
Kicking still one of the most important skills in the game, Jack, no doubt about that. Ball back in the middle of the ground. Sam Michael, who's worked tirelessly for the Lions as he always does. Up against Josh Hall. Hall with a bit more spring that time gets it forward. Mopped up by the Lions. They'll go forward again through Close. He goes out to the wing. Dawson flies. Picked up again by that man Jackson Allen. Back inside the forward 50 looking for Gilby, who has four. Drops what he should have taken. Comes backwards. Finds Allen. Allen steadies the ship for the Suns. Looking to go inside 50 now. Jackson Allen goes backwards. Finds Gorringe, who just puts out one mitt. Gorringe goes inside 50. Who's going to fly? Shade it was. Comes to ground for the Lions. Picked up by Jordan Burke, who can't get a handle on it. Nichols is in there fighting for it. He's got the ball now. Spills out, ground level. Lots of bodies in there. Ground level again. Who's in there? Harwood battling hard for the Lions. Lonigan trying to mop up for the Suns. Spills out through Nick Hayes. Hayes again trying to get it forward, but Hayes shot for goal, nothing doing. Still the ball bobbling around down there in the forward pocket. Was it deliberately out of bounds? No, it wasn't. Throw it in, umpire.
Good call, Craig Starcevich, because we were going nowhere with that, and I reckon nearly every player, there's probably 30 players thereabouts in the vicinity of this footy, and we were going nowhere. Ball back in. Michael Hall was there. Ball spills out. The Lions in there. The rugby tackle there from Chiswell. He's been good in the last quarter. It's a free kick in the back to Richard Newell. He's been very good today, Richard Newell.
And as normally happens when there's a couple of stoppages, the umpires are looking to break it up. Richard Newell was the recipient. That's a dangerous kick back inside. Really lucky to get the free kick, but whoever kicked it back inside there to Richard Newell has really put him under the pump, with Tom Nichols really getting into the back of Richard Newell. But Newell now to the far side, swings onto his left side, being one of the Lions' best today. Out on the far side, running it forward, just knocking it forward off the ground, I think, is Tinkner out there for the Lions. Scrubs it forward, picked up by Carboni, inside hand pass. Who have we got now? Sexton, I think it is, for the Suns, who'll bang it forward, going looking for Big Nichols. And he jumps to the ball, dropped what he should have taken. Ground level again. Lonigan battling hard, one of the better ones, but he's pinged for his troubles. Ball got stuck inside and he was tackled, and the Lions will get the free kick at half back.
Yeah, probably tried to do a bit too much there, Star. So the ball spills out wide for the Lions. That man again in Newell, darts it in. It's McKeever in front. Here's Stevenson. He's been lively today. Kicks inside to that man, Lyle. Gorringe goes early, gets a big fist in. Banfield probably just hasn't been overly... He's lively best today in Banfield. He's been very quiet.
He has been quiet. He'd be disappointed, I would have thought.
Yeah, especially with the entries inside 50 that the Lions have had.
Yeah, they've been...
Tough gig to play the small forward role. I mean, it can be a day and then it can be one of those ones you'd rather forget, but hasn't been quite his days. The ball comes in. Michael again, as you called earlier, Stars, his workhorse today. There's Hayes in there again. Oh, it's in the back umpire. It was. And this is going to be that man in Banfield. So he's got the free kick. I think we should have called his name earlier and brought him into the game a little bit early, but he's going to have a shot on goal from about 45 metres, and he's directly in front, Jack Barry.
Yeah, no, he's got to make the most of his opportunities when he does have shots on goal. So, if he can kick one here late in the game, I'm sure, as you said, he probably wouldn't be as happy with his day, but sometimes that's how it pans out.
In he comes, Banfield. He's good kick for goal. He strikes it well. Goal umpire's doing a bit though, and it's pushed it across to the right-hand side. So 17-9, 111, the Brisbane Lions lead the Gold Coast Suns 11-7-73. We've gone 24 minutes into this Anzac Day clash at Harrop Park in Mackay. The ball's kicked straight down the middle of the ground. Big pack forms, tapped on by Hayes. In there is Radford. Ball spills out. Good from the Suns. Stowe. Out to Taylor, the captain for the Suns on this occasion. Out to Lonigan. Lonigan looks inside, 50. Gorringe gets... Wasn't Gorringe, it's Gilby. Gets early contact, does well, but runs it over the boundary line.
So Jacob Gilby, he gave his opponent a nice old nudge in the
early
side.
Contact, wasn't it?
Probably lucky to get away with it in a lot of ways, but he's had a good afternoon, Jacob Gilby. He's kicked his 4 and has been one of the shining lights for the Suns. So boundary throw in, right forward pocket for the Suns. Allen at the back of the pack, gives it to Carboni. Carboni back inside to Gorringe. Gorringe snaps, looking for Martin, and Martin gets himself clear of Harwood and takes the mark on his chest. And Jack Martin, who was part of the mini draft last year,
He's a player.
and traded by GWS to the Suns. He's a great player going forward, but he's lining up for one of his few shots at goal and has popped it through for the Suns. So good finish for Jack Martin. Great work by the Suns around that stoppage, but Dan Gorringe getting the ball forward has got it to Jack Martin, who's taken the chest mark and finished off with the goal. So the Lions still lead the Suns comfortably 18-9, 117 to the Gold Coast Suns 11-7, 73 late in the game here at Harrop Park. Mackay, Jack Barry.
Yeah, look, that's a great goal to him late in the game, but it's been a good quarter by the Suns. They've finished off strong, and as a coaching staff, that's what you want to see. The boys finished off strong, so they got their hands on it. So hopefully, there's still a couple more to go yet.
They're actually 12-7, 79 the Suns. The scoreboard operated a bit late for me at that point.
Back in the middle with umpire Cronk. This is Archie Smith up against Nichols. Ball spills out from Hay. This is Lonigan again. He's been good. Staker. Lions will be happy to see him see out 4 quarters of footy. An important member of their senior team. Radford's been good. Kicks over to Stevenson. Ball spills out. Stevenson does well to recover. Kicks inside 50. It's a good kick to that man. Oh, good mark. Oh, it wasn't play on, says the umpire. Ball's 20 metres out from the Lions. Line spills out the back. Gribble. It's Lyle again. Lyle snaps over his shoulder. But it's a good mark. In front was, I think it was Osborne, and it's not 50. No, it wasn't, as he got the late contact there from Tickner. So it's a good mark from Osborne. Kicking into a strong breeze. Well, he's probably a bit optimistic there as big Jordan Lyle. Ball spills out, kicks inside, was Osborne on his left. He finds Allen. He's had excellent second half. Kicks up wide to Nabucco Stowe.
Stowe from the Mackay City Hawks chips it over the top to a teammate from the Hawks, Aaron Wade. Aaron Wade now for the Suns. Goes to the top of the 50, looking for Shade. Shade gets the ball knocked out of his hands. And that's full time here at Harrop Park, where the Lions have run out convincing winners. 17-9, 111 over the Gold Coast Suns, 12-9, 79.
Yeah, fantastic game here at Harrop Park, and couldn't have asked for a better game of footy. We've had a fantastic crowd. The Harrop Park Social Club have been outstanding. We just need to acknowledge some key sponsors here of today's events. AFL Mackay did an outstanding job in conjunction with AFL Queensland. The Harrop Park Social Club, to Michael Jones and all of his staff, fantastic events. John Donnelly, the good guys, and Dixon's Homes, thank you for your continued support. Jack Barry, we go through the goal kickers. Jordan Lyle, he kicked 8. Richard Newell kicked 2. Kane Tickner 2. Singles to Simon Black, Niall McKeever, Cameron Stevenson and Lewis Radford. For the Gold Coast Suns, Jacob Gilby, he kicked 4. Daniel Gorringe kicked 2, Jesse Lonigan 2, and singles to Martin, Jackson Allen, Chiswell and Aaron Wade. Your best players for the day, Jack Barry?
Oh, look, for the Lions, I liked Harwood, Newell, Lyle, as I said, 8 goals is outstanding. O'Brien was very, very good early on through the game. Simon Black did what he had to do and was very good.